Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. That was my terrible Dr. Nick. I started to say hi and then just switched to Dr. Nick. I'm not sure why. Anyway, um, hey, everybody out on Twitch who's just joining us. This is the Homebrew-Shomebrew cast, and normally we stream riffs, some super gonzo 90s palladium ridiculousness, but tonight, in honor of the holiday, we've decided that we're going to do a Kids on Bikes game. And I'm going to set the scene a little bit. Then we'll have everybody say hello and introduce who their character is for tonight. Then we're going to finish up a little bit of the session zero stuff where we're defining relationships between the characters. And then we'll get started with some hopefully spooky fun. So the game takes place in the fictional town of Gallbladder Bay, Duluth, which is just as marketable as it sounds. Gallbladder Bay is a small community that's always been known for having good fishing, and seeing as how it is the early 2000s in game time, the healthy benefits of having fish in your diet are becoming known, and it has increased the economic fortunes of the town, which has started to diversify by offering tourist experiences such as the fisherman experience, which is apple picking for stinky Great Lakes fish, and also there are some companies that are doing like bungee jumping and zip lines because everything's cool, and all of the kids love the rollerblading and skateboarding. So we're going to have a fun time tonight with some spooky goodness and extreme sports. For the spooky part, the town has a local legend about a lake monster that has become kind of a subject of controversy in that there are people who tell the scary stories about the lake monster, but these touristy industries have turned it into the town's mascot. So the big snarling snake has been turned into a sock puppet, which might be the title of my memoir. Anyway, our group is the Gallbladder Bay Storks, a middle school hockey team, and we're going to go ahead and jump to the players and let them introduce their character to you. And we're starting with Taylor tonight because I think I usually have her go last.
Okay. So I'm playing a kid. Her name is Jody Target Johnson. Target's her hockey name, of course. She's short, brown hair, green eyes. She's always wearing cargo shorts because she has to bring all of her stuff with her. She either has a t-shirt on non-hockey days or a hockey jersey on, but she is always wearing her scout sash so everyone can be intimidated by how many badges she has. She thinks it's very scary. And she's also missing one of her front teeth from one of her scouting adventures. She got a badge for falling out of the tree.
Does she also have a badge for intimidation?
She's working on it really hard. Like she's really working on her grr face. It's still a work in progress, working with the chipmunks, but we're gonna get there.
The other kids call that the prison face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next we have Jan. Jan, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Jeremy Jones. He feels like no one knows who he is, so he is the hockey team mascot of the stork in the fisherman's outfit. So he's there at all the games as the mascot, cheering everyone on. But he just wants to be noticed and to people to know, because since he's new to town.
Does he have a Gordon's fisherman hat or a sailor hat, or what's going on with
He has
that?
like the Gordon's fisherman hat, like the rain slicker. Like the kid wears basically. It's a stork wearing a rain slicker.
And physically, when he's not in the stork mascot costume, what does he look like?
He's like a little runt kid. I think of him like Nick's character on Big Mouth. So small and tiny, but
with a really big head and pillowy lips.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Ludo, who are you playing tonight?
So I will be playing Roland Dubois, a up-and-coming figure skater who's destined for Olympic status. He's a teenager, about 15-ish, And I'm super excited to see his climb to stardom.
And how's that been going so far, though? Like, does he have like a Twitch channel that he's trying to make popular, or?
No. He is definitely unknown in the greater scheme of the world, but he definitely outshines this small town, and everyone knows it. Um,
Oh, so you're telling my story. Okay, excellent. Rodney / Dr. Zoggle, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing the high school star goalkeeper, Gerald Baton. I am a big hulking mass of a child / teenager. Uh, as I put in my profile, I look like I could probably lift in or flip a car. And basically, it's a known secret in the town that there were some strings pulled to get my father a job so I would get to be on the high school team and lead them to a championship, hopefully.
So are you a little bit spoiled, like daddy's perfect little jock boy, or?
No, because daddy has me up at 6 a.m. throwing pucks at me for 3 hours before school, kind of deal.
And that was even before you knew you were going to play hockey, right?
Builds character.
Oh, man. I hope not. The poor kid. No, not that bad, but he's definitely sports dad 101.
Okay, and Andrew, you're playing Becky tonight, right?
Yes, I'm playing Becky Zahn. She's also a kid. She has honey blonde. Oh my God, what's the word? What Wednesday Addams has braids, and she kind of wears preppy clothing, little like sweater vest kind of like thing, and like skirts. And she's very good at school. Kind of cold. Doesn't talk to a lot of people. And she has a JanSport backpack, and she occasionally goes to the wood and write poetry, but like she's not gonna tell you because like you don't get that, and you wouldn't like I'm not gonna tell you about it, and like I'm cool or whatever. And it's like my parents are like rich, you know what I mean? Like they do maybe they like are like a sponsorship for sort of the local hockey rink. Like you would see their stuff there, so like I'm there sometimes, but like I'm not about that. I rollerblade, I don't ice skate because like that's pretty like pedestrian, you know.
So, is Becky is her dad a regional musician?
I actually have an uncle who's like pretty famous, but like Uncle Rick, we don't see around as much. It's not like super, you know what I mean? Like I'm friends with him and like I know his people, but it's whatever.
So if you just hang around the rink, why do you hang around with the team?
Well, like, obviously they're not very like strategic, so sometimes I come in and help like unsolicited. I'm sure eventually they're going to be paying me like a consulting fee. At least that's what my daddy says, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well, Becky sounds like she's going to be an interesting character. For those of you who have never played Kids on Bikes, one of the important aspects of it is you have to have a relationship with the other characters. Now, I'm not great at math, but if we did 3 connections between each character, I think we would be here for a pretty long time. So we're just going to do one of each type of connection for each character instead of doing the full thing. If you have the rule book, I believe this is the middle length option. So we're going to start with Jody. And Jody, who are you going to have a positive relationship with?
Does it have to be mutual?
No, but I do want you to tell us which character you have a positive relationship with, and I want the two of you to kind of work out what that looks like.
Okay, I have a positive relationship with Becky. I think she is my best friend, that we both love being in the woods. I'm doing my thing, she's doing her poetry, but we're doing it like, together, just like she doesn't always know I'm there because then she might tell me to leave. And like I really like doing all the extreme sports, so like sometimes I rollerblade like behind her and she like tries to make us go really fast, like we're racing, because she goes really far away from me, but I always find her because we're playing hide and seek too.
Okay, that's great. Becky is aware that you exist because occasionally you pop up, and sometimes bigger, meaner boys usually come when she's like scratching her poetry into like the old fort with the nails, and sometimes they like look at it and they comment, and then you show up and you show them your teeth, and for whatever reason they leave sometimes. So she's like fine with it or whatever.
Okay. So then we're going to jump to Jeremy. Jeremy, who do you have a positive relationship with? And why don't you talk through it a little bit?
Let's see. Since I'm a new kid in town, I'm going to say I've basically ingratiated myself in with Gerald, since he's the star of the hockey team. Hopefully, if people see me around him, they'll start thinking that I'm worthwhile and want to hang out with me too.
So Gerald, how do you feel about the fact? Well, actually, how does this relationship work for you? It's supposed to be positive between the two of you, and the new kid who's the mascot likes to hang out with you.
I don't know. I mean, this skinny runt kid keeps hanging out with me, but man, he buys me lunch, and I really like lunch, so it's great. You know, I'm like, hey, let's go eat lunch, and he's like, cool.
Where's your guys' favorite place to go?
We like to go to like the McDonald's because sometimes like the high school cheerleaders will be there, and I'll like wad up like some like napkins and just like belt them as hard as I can in the back of the head, and like they got all they'll scream. It's hilarious.
Girls love that.
Oh, they're so into me.
Gerald, who else do you have a positive relationship with?
I'm gonna do my voice so right now. Gerald has a positive relationship with Roland because Gerald is extremely jealous of Roland's ability to skate. He's probably the best skater he's ever seen. So, and he's a little fascinated by Roland's aloof nature. You know, he's like, I don't get it. Why is this guy like, you know, he's so cool. He's like doesn't want to be around us, but you know, he's a great skater. So yeah, I want to figure this guy out. So.
So Roland, what are your thoughts about Gerald's admiration of your skating abilities?
I believe Roland would be rather ecstatic at the attention to just be recognized for how well he skates. You know, he's part of the hockey team because of his dad. It's not really something that he's super into, but he is really, really good at skating, and that is what he likes to be recognized. So to have someone who just looks at him and just goes, "Yeah, you're really good at skating," he just eats that up.
I have a feeling that Gerald and Roland's dads have some kind of competitive thing going here. Since
Oh
apparently
yeah,
they're
he's
both hockey dads.
my dad. He gets like 6, 7, like 14 beers in him, and yeah, he won't shut up about Roland's dad. Just bitch.
So Roland, did you notice a rivalry with your dads, or is that not really?
I don't think Roland notices it. Honestly, he doesn't spend like the most. He doesn't have the most cooperative relationship with his dad. They don't like see eye to eye on everything, so
Okay.
I think that's
they don't
part of the
understand each
fascination.
other very well.
That's part of the fascination too, that he like doesn't listen to his dad. It's like that's so cool. I wish I could do that.
I just picture your dad just like slowly rising up behind a bush while you're talking to Roland. Just very. Roland, who do you have a positive relationship with, and what's the nature of it?
I believe I have a positive relationship with Jan's character, actually.
Jeremy?
Jeremy, yeah. I believe Roland, you know, as this up and coming star, has taken it upon himself to look out for the little people, and sees the shy nature of Jeremy and just thinks, oh, he could do better.
So is this like a mentorship situation in Roland's eyes?
It's a protective nature. Just make sure that nobody's going to mess with this kid.
So how does Jeremy feel about Roland being a little protective of him?
He just likes the attention. Nobody ever pays him any attention, and since everybody thinks Roland's so great, if he's around there, then they'll think he's great too. So people will pay attention to him.
I love how there's kind of this like love triangle going on because Jeremy hangs out with Gerald to feel accepted, and Gerald's just kind of like whatever. He buys me food, and then Gerald like hangs out with Roland because he admires him, and then but Roland's just kind of like, okay, it's nice that somebody's admiring me, and then he hangs out with Jeffrey because he thinks Jeffrey needs protected. It's like so soap opera.
These sordid lives of teens. I swear.
Okay, Becky, who do you have a positive?
Oh my God, it's like
relationship with?
kids.
Oh no, I hope not.
No, it's not.
I gotta
No,
go.
Listeners, it's not going to be like kids.
Okay, so I have a question. I have my positive relationship with Jody. So do I get
No, because
No, I
Jody
have a
has a
positive
positive relationship with you.
Okay, I wrote that down because I was like, "Oh, that's my positive relationship."
That's
That's
why
really
I asked if
funny.
it was one way because I
That's
didn't feel
way
like it might
better.
necessarily be mutual.
Okay, that's really funny. Okay, let me rethink this then. I was
Wow,
gonna
it felt
say...
That felt like me explaining explaining to the teen boys at Pizza Hut that like just because the waitresses are nice to them, it doesn't mean they like them.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that she likes you. She's paid for that. That's what she does.
Because remember, you also had to tell them that
I had to
that they weren't
explain to
attracted
I had to explain to the less attractive male drivers that it was okay for the attractive male drivers to flirt with the waitresses, but it wasn't okay for the unattractive ones to flirt with the waitresses. And it was just kind of
it's
one of
not
those things
sexual
where
harassment
like
if it's
Get-
wanted.
it was kind of guess which category you're in based on the fact we're having this conversation kind of moments.
Oh. Harsh.
It always felt like that episode of South Park. Everybody who has a grandma, please take a step forward. Girls, not so fast.
Oh. Okay. Okay, Becky has a positive relationship with Roland because I come in, I consult with the team. Like the team captain's like trying to make plans, and obviously he's not very good at it. So I'm there, and then Roland's sometimes there, and Roland is like a really good skater, and like I think they could learn something from Roland. And so I often use him as an example. I don't know if he knows that. Like if you told him, that would be fine. Like I don't really care at all. But like if you did, like you could. And he's like a really good skater.
Roland, how do you feel about Becky telling the other team members that they need to learn how to skate like you?
It is mixed emotions. So Roland feels quite happy that people are recognizing his excellent skating behaviors, but I did actually put that he has a negative relation to Becky because he thinks that her always putting his name in other people's mouths and having is making him an antagonist towards other person. It's ruining his image.
Okay, so yeah, this is the situation. Becky has a positive relationship with you, but apparently you have a negative relationship with Becky.
Why are we designing a soap opera?
Because we like things to be exciting.
I have a flow chart going with everybody down here. It's
Okay, Jody, who do you have a negative relationship with?
I think I have a negative relationship with Gerald.
Oh man.
So I'm kind of like the JV, only JV member of the hockey team, where it's like I'm not really on the team, but I practice with the team. And I was doing pretty good. I had a lot of good moves. I was doing goals. I was getting it together. And then they bring in Gerald. Now we have a good goalie. Now I'm not making my shots. And like everyone was really impressed with all my skills, and I had like the cool, like, the jump move. They don't really let you do it in the game, but it looks really cool. But he keeps just one-upping me with actual hockey, which makes my moves not look as cool.
Gerald, how do you feel about this this young kid on the team who's always trying to do fancy stuff but not really that good at hockey.
The short girl. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
the one who's missing the tooth.
Oh yeah. She always tries to shoot and she can't because she sucks.
Okay, Gerald, who do you have a negative relationship with?
I have a negative relationship with. Uh, who's left? Because I thought we had. Is it just? I guess Becky would be my only choice here. I have a relationship with everybody else. I guess Becky.
Well, some of them have a relationship with you, not necessarily you.
Oh,
So
true.
basically, who did you pick for your positive relationship? I think you picked Roland.
I picked Rowan.
So you can pick anyone but Roland for this one. You just have to figure out how to work it into the dynamic
Well, I
that you
feel
already
like
talked about.
I get along with Jeremy because of the lunch thing, and I feel like Rowan because of the skating. And Jody, it's negative coming from her, but I feel like he's more amused. So yeah, it's got to be Becky. Becky's the one. She
Okay,
she
well,
she talks too smart. She's always like writing stuff down and like reading books and stuff. I'm like, you just like turn on a TV.
and she acts like the captain even though she's not on the team.
Yeah, like what would you like strategy? It's like I stopped the puck, lady.
This hurts my
So-
heart. Nobody likes Becky.
So Becky, how do you feel about
I like
this?
Becky.
Yeah, Jody loves Becky. She even follows her
I mean-
around.
I'm a
Jody likes
little tiny
Becky.
bodyguard.
I don't think
Too
this
much.
I don't think this is like a total dislike. I think this is just like a minor annoyance to Gerald. I don't think he has the wits to be really mad at somebody. So
That's like damning with faint praise. Like I hate her, but like not enough because she's not like a
no,
person.
it's just Gerald's just yeah. So
Jody hates Gerald more now.
No, I love
You don't
that.
talk about my best friend that way.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Okay. Becky, who do you have a negative relationship with?
So, okay. Becky has a negative relationship with Jan's character, Jeremy, because she's got a read on kind of everybody on the team. Like Gerald is like big and dumb, obviously. And then like Jody's here, and then there's Roland, and then there's also Jeremy who's there, who's kind of odd, but like not in a cool way like me. And he's wearing that costume a lot of the time, right? And like nobody knows like who's under the costume. And I think he's a
what's he
serial
hiding?
killer. What's he hiding? He's a serial killer. Now, no one has died that I found, but he could be in the costume and then switch out of the costume and then kill someone and then get back into the costume and no one would have. Perfect alibi. Perfect alibi.
Jeremy, what do you think about this general suspicion from Becky?
Why, any publicity's good publicity.
So
Poor
she's
Jeremy.
like, he's probably a murderer, and Jeremy's like, she noticed me.
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
This is a
Jeremy
beautiful
He thinks I'm
monster.
cool enough to kill people.
Which makes me more like certain.
So Jeremy, who do you have a negative relationship with?
I was actually gonna pick Becky until I discovered it.
So because she thinks you're a murderer, you have a better relationship.
Yes.
Nice.
I just think she's a know-it-all,
I do.
right? That's why I dislike her the most, because she's a know-it-all and thinks that she can do whatever anybody else can do, but do it better. But she really can't. She's like, oh, I could do this, but actually in reality, no, she can't.
Yeah, what
There we
about
go.
that? Becky,
What?
anything to say?
I mean, the kind of thing someone would say to throw suspicion off of themselves.
Okay, Roland, you've escaped this unscathed as far as the negative
everybody loves
relationships.
Rowan.
Who do you have a negative relationship with?
I mean, I said Becky. She is my negative relationship because I feel like she puts me in a bad image and more antagonized towards other people. She's ruining my good reputation.
Okay. That makes sense.
Like I am
Roland,
better than everybody, but like, don't put it out.
Who on the team do you just not know about? Like, you just don't really know them very well yet.
I would say probably Jody.
So, well, why haven't you gotten to know Jody? Like,
I just don't think I've really noticed her. I feel like she probably flies under my radar, because
was that a height joke?
That was a height joke. Yeah.
Jay.
Tooth and cargo
she's so
shorts wearing his
small.
Boy Scout sash.
Very easy to miss. Okay, Jody, how do you feel about Roland just not really knowing about you?
I don't really care about him all that much. I'm mainly focusing to see if Gerald is getting worse at his like hockey skills so I can be better. And if Becky has noticed that I am the best friend that anyone could ever have, and that we're going to be best friends forever, and we're always going to be together, and we're awesome.
So is your unknown relationship also with Roland?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Roland, any thoughts on the mutuality there, or do you think you covered it already?
Who?
Oh man, it's almost like some kind of like drag contest up in here. Who? Jeremy, who do you have an unknown relationship with?
Who do I have a relationship? Bad relationship or unknown relationship with?
Unknown.
I would have to say I have an unknown relationship with Jody, because I really don't think I don't really think that knowing her is going to get me anywhere.
Oh, she's in elementary school. Who cares what she thinks?
Basically, yeah.
You're mean to small children. Noted.
Oh, even worse, he doesn't notice small children.
Only thing worse than eating corn or having corn is not knowing that you've eaten it. You know what I mean?
Gerald, who do you have an unknown relationship with?
Like I don't really know Jeremy. Like we get food together, and he like buys me hamburgers. But sometimes like he'll dress up like as this big bird, and I don't know why. And he starts doing dancing and stuff, and I'm just like, "What are you doing, dude? Just stop." Just like I don't know. He's like a man of mystery.
Okay. I think that's unknown relationships for everyone. Did we miss anyone? Oh, Becky, I'm sorry.
So, my unknown relationship, or what I've heard anyways, is that Gerald is like, I don't know what his like deal is. I think he wants to be the mascot because he's always staring at like the creepy mascot guy, like kind of look. And I think he wants to be the mascot. So like, why is the creepy guy the mascot? More suspicion. More suspicion.
Okay. That is suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, you have your 2 adversity chips, just to remind you. And for the viewers, the way the adversity chips work is when we do checks, and I'll explain a check when we get to one, you can spend your adversity chips to give yourself a +2 bonus, or your friend can spend 1 adversity chip to give you a +1 bonus. It's +2 for you, +1 if you're doing it for a friend. But they have to have a good explanation for how they're assisting you. Like, if you're running away, maybe they try to trip the person who's chasing you, or if you're but however, if you were fighting and they wanted to help you, but they were tied up in a cell, like it'd be harder for them to come up with a reason to actually be able to do it. You get awarded an adversity chip here at the beginning, but you also get one whenever you fail a check, and whenever your flaw, which everyone has 2 flaws, which maybe we'll see during the game, maybe we won't, comes into play. So the game starts. It's beautiful Gallbladder Bay, and it's the weekend before Halloween. All the leaves have changed. It's starting to get a little crisp, so you'll see kids walking around in their Halloween costume with their puffy coat over it. So that doesn't quite work. Most people don't picture Tinkerbell wearing like a huge pink bubble coat, but you see that around here these days. And we open. It's the early afternoon, and we are in the City Hall parking lot. and there are banners hung up of the town mascot, the Lake Superior Lake Monster. There are all sorts of local businesses that have little booths set up. Most people just have, their minivan that's open with a trunk of candy. And your parents are preparing to attend the Halloween late night cruise. So that means that the kids have to go somewhere, and you guys are lucky enough to get to spend the evening with your hockey coach who's going to pick you up here at the trunk or treat event. So we're going to start with actually, I'll let you guys pick. Tell me who shows up first, and if they're in a Halloween costume, and if so, what the costume looks like, and what they're going to want to go do before the coach comes to pick them up.
Can we roll for it?
Sure. Everybody roll a, I don't know, percentage die.
I don't have a percentage. Can we do a d20?
Please.
No.
No.
You're so mean.
Yes, you can do a d20.
Okay.
$11.
2.
6.
I also got a 2.
I think Jeremy's the only one we're waiting for.
Hold on. I can't find a D20. Give me a second. Should have like 1,000.
I was trying to find the dice you had the most of.
I got a 12.
Okay, Jeremy's the first one who shows up. And I need to know, is he in a Halloween costume to hang out with his friends, or...
He's in the mascot costume, of course. But he
Does
is
he
wearing
have-
a costume underneath the mascot outfit, though.
Does he have, like, the head on, or is he carrying the head around?
He's basically carrying the head around.
So what
But
kind
he's
of
got,
costume?
only thing you can see the neck of his purple t-shirt underneath the thing. And he's got a fake butcher knife that he's carrying, and his eyes look a little sunk in. Because he's dressed as the purple eye stabber. It's an original creation.
The purple eye stabber.
Yep.
And, there are all these local businesses that are handing out candy, and there's some fall events like apple bobbing or that sort of thing. What is Jeremy doing while he waits for the rest of the team to show up?
I'm just looking around, seeing what's going on, thinking what everybody would... I wonder what everybody's going to want to do. They wouldn't want to do what I want to do. I have to wait to see what everybody else wants to do. I don't know. Mrs. Smith over there keeps saying she has fruit. It's like nature's candy. But I think she's just lying.
She's dressed
To
up.
buy candy.
She's dressed up as the Switch Witch, and for every piece of candy you give her, she gives you 2 pieces of fruit.
That's made me mad
know-
hearing that.
So
Dude, it's like nature's candy.
you're just hanging out there?
Yep, I'm just hanging out looking for the other people on the hockey team. Because they said they'd be here.
Are you like making fun of the fruit lady, like nature's candy?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, Jody, you are the next to arrive. Tell us what your Halloween costume is and what you're going to be doing.
Well, I had this picked out weeks in advance, of course. I am a chipmunk.
Oh, do you have like little puffy cheeks?
Yeah, like I have like a homemade tail made out of like pine cones and stuff from the woods. Like I worked really hard on it. It's made like there's bark and there's like pine cones on it, you know.
Oh,
And it's
hi,
like-
Jody. You look so great dressed as a rat.
And I just look at him and I trade him some candy for some apples and I start like juggling them, trying to be like, I am this cool. And so I'm like
The Switch Witch
I
is
didn't
like,
know rats could juggle.
the Switch Witch is like, oh, that's so cute. You made that yourself, didn't you?
And I was like, yeah, with the power of like friendship, Becky told me it was awesome and I should go in the woods and just like build something or something like that. And I did.
I actually think Becky was next.
Yeah, I got a 6. So I think so.
Okay.
They're like, Becky, Becky, look, Becky.
So Becky's like dad drops her off in his Mercedes Benz, and the door opens, and you see her neon orange like rollerblades like come down, and then she stands. She's wearing her normal outfit, except she has like a black cape on, and she has like fake like plastic like vampire teeth, and she goes like, "Bye, daddy," and then she like skates in. She spits out the vampire teeth, puts the hood up, and then starts going car to car to car to get the best haul of the candy that's available. And then like fourth car in, she's like, "Oh, thank you for the apple," and then she like chucks it and then goes to the next car. And then she looks over and sees them and sees like Jeremy like with the knife, and then sees like Jody there, and she has a moment like, two birds, one stone. But then she's like, she comes over just to like check on Jody, just like a little bit, like not like she doesn't care, but like she's gonna like zoom on over a little bit, and the cloak sort of billows behind her.
Okay, you threw the apple over your shoulder without looking, but
Not at all.
obviously it hit somebody that's problematic. Who did you hit with the apple?
Ooh, so I picture that like Becky's in middle school, so maybe like the middle school like assistant principal who's like balding but like trying to hide it, and I hit him like right in the head.
Oh,
Check
and
this out. It's what I got
His
here.
toupee off his head.
yeah, it like knocked the toupee askew, so
Like,
it's like off
shift.
by like 90 degrees
It's like
now.
continental drift.
Yeah, Mr.
Hey,
Mr.
Jody.
Livingston just glowers at
Do
you.
we all see this happen?
Yes.
Hey, Jody. Most women have to go through chemo to get a wig that nice.
Pointing at Mr. Livingston, or
Yes.
are you implying that?
But did you see that throw? Becky just did that without even looking. That was just like so cool. She should get a badge. Like we should get her a badge for that.
For throwing apples?
Yeah, can you throw apples that well? No, I didn't think so.
Becky like comes up and hears that, but like does not acknowledge it, and is like, "Oh my gosh, like that's actually like a really creative like rat costume."
And then I just accepted the rat.
You're like, "Yeah, that's what it, like you redefine it in your head."
I was like, yeah.
Rats are much scarier than chipmunks. That makes sense for Halloween.
So sad.
I was gonna get the red eyes, but like, you know, like I didn't because I wasn't that into it. And I'm like looking at Becky to see like she's nodding along and just like go with it.
Becky goes, "Sure," and puts in like a piece of gum.
Sure. Gerald and Roland, actually, you both got 2. So, how about you guys carpooled?
Yeah, I picked up Roland because just my dad's SUV. He was out in the garage, so I just took it. I'm gonna get my learner's permit in like a year or whatever. So like, you can hear the bass booming coming like a mile away as the SUV like pulls up, parks in the wrong space, and Gerald gets out. And he has no Halloween outfit on. He forgot it was Halloween.
So, Roland, what are your feelings on this, and what costume, if any, are you in?
The fact that he's not wearing any sort of Halloween costume is borderline offensive. However, Roland is currently wearing like this oversized, just like lumberjack shirt. It's beat up and it's got like tears in it and stuff, and it's not flattering at all, and it's a little too big for him. Like maybe he stole it from his dad's closet or something, and you're not entirely sure what he is, but the moment he like actually gets out of the car, he checks to make sure that his dad's nowhere to be seen, and immediately starts shedding layers, and he's wearing a recreation of one of the like most iconic 2002 Olympic figure skating outfits, and goes with that instead. It's just like black and rhinestones. Yeah, it's glorious.
Wow, you're shiny. That's cool.
Well, yeah, it's. Do you not? You don't know who I am?
Yeah, you're Roland.
This is a recreation of Michelle Kwan, okay?
Oh yeah,
Candy.
yeah. Of course, yeah. I know him.
And I like make it as fast as I can away to go visit the fruit lady because I'm
there's-
like craving citrus right now.
Oh, there's candy. Cool.
What's your favorite candy, Gerald? What are you looking for?
I like the one where you put it in your mouth and it hurts. The like the warheads.
It's like a whole sucker.
I was just picturing him like cramming like 10 packets of Pop Rocks in his mouth all at the same time,
I'm
and just
sure
desperately holding his mouth shut while his cheeks just.
Oh, you're a chipmunk too.
So you guys all get together and are enjoying the fun fair, and then you hear from next to one of the trunks, "Hey, new kid!" And when you guys all look over there, you see Biff Johnson and his gang. He's kind of the one of the high school bullies. Yeah, Biff Johnson, and he writes on all of the like bathroom walls. Biff Johnson has a stiff Johnson. And
That's funny because it rhymes. I didn't get it at first, but like
I don't get it.
Absolutely.
he and his gang of like 3 other nondescript bully sidekicks are there. They're all dressed up as the Crow, and they see you guys standing there, and Biff goes, "Hey, new kid, what's your costume? A loser?"
Are you talking? Which one? There's like 6 kids, 7. Like, there's a bunch of kids over here. Who are you talking to, Biff?
Well, which one's the new kid, Gerald?
Like we're all new in the world, man.
Being like a stoner there.
And then one of his friends nudges him. His friend who's like a little bit taller and he's a ginger, like lots of freckles, is looking at Gerald and says, "No, it can't be a loser costume. Gerald's a loser every day."
Listen, man, I'm going to take your head and shove it up your ass if you don't leave me alone.
One of the other guys, he's a little overweight, just looks over. He's like, "Yeah, Becky, what are you doing hanging out with a loser?"
I told you I don't hang out with you, so I don't hang out with losers.
Oh, Becky, you're so mean.
You're so dumb, but I can't fix that. Sorry.
And one of his friends like quotes that movie that just recently came out, The Craft. "Yeah, if she keeps being mean, then you're gonna cry, and I'm gonna cry. We're all gonna cry." Anyway, Becky, why are you hanging out with these losers? Why don't you come hang out with us?
Because I've seen you guys in the woods and you like laugh at some of the like really like creative poetry that like some people like write there, and like I think like someone needs to stand up for like all of those artists that are like writing like poems and like scratching them with like nails into like old fort and stuff, and like it's not cool that you do that.
Is that why you hang out with Nature Girl? Does she write the poetry, or is it Sparkles over there?
Sparkles is actually the famous figure skater Michelle Kwan. So like I don't think you even know what you're talking about. And then like I look over at Roland and I'm like, I got it. I got it.
Thanks, Becky. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like Jody's cool. Like you don't even have one badge.
Jody's just like, yeah.
Becky's like, I don't know if I could sell that last one.
Yeah.
Charm is my worst skill.
Yeah, that sash says that, she's queen of the nerds.
But I'd survive an apocalypse.
That's right, Jody.
The really big friend who hasn't said anything, like actually leans forward then, and he says, "Got your apocalypse right here, runt." Holding his fist at you.
Can I throw an apple at him?
Yes, that would be a brawl check. And in order to do that, you should have a stat on your character sheet called Brawl that you assigned a die to.
I have brawn and
Brawn,
fight.
sorry. Oh, no, it'd be fight, sorry.
Okay, I got a D8 for fight.
So you need to roll a D8, and I'm going to do an opposed check to see if you hit him.
Oh, those are the dice.
I totally just dropped my D8 instead of rolling it. Not looking good for me already.
If it lands good, that means you rolled it. If it lands
I
bad,
got a
that
5. It's got to be in the box. If it's not in the box, it doesn't count.
Okay, let's see. You won this roll by 2, and according to the narrative result chart on page 74 of our handy dandy rule book, give them money.
I thought you were talking about
defeat-
the bullies.
Okay,
Hey, that was my mirror. Like, wait, what? My lunch money.
You have narrative control, so you get to describe how you attack successfully, and I'm going to describe what he does to try to mitigate the harm. But you are definitely the winner in this exchange.
Okay. Well, as earlier, I was trying to impress Jeremy by like juggling like 3 apples, and so I kind of just like have them in my hands, right? And so I just kind of like look at him, and I try and do like a little spin, like, you know, like try and do like a cool like little move, like can't see what I'm doing here. So kind of like spin and then just chuck an apple at his face.
Okay, and he's just kind of watching you, and he's like, "What's this kid doing?" Gerald, you're influencing me. And you know, you go to throw the apple at him, and he tries to catch it, but he misses, and it cracks him in the head and breaks. Like there's actually like apple pulp on his head, and like his one eye's closed from the apple juice getting in it. And
nature's candy.
Biff says, "You're gonna pay for that." And at that moment, the town sheriff, Chastity Pariah, appears in all of her glory. She has that. No, she's actually yes. She's
Umbridge.
No, think Pink Ladies from Greece, because this is a middle-aged woman who's past her prime who dressed up as Rizzo as her Halloween costume. But she has that, like, you know, the older lady, I dyed my hair red hair, like that kind of washed out red color that they do. And her hair's about shoulder length, and she's overweight. I posted a picture of Chastity help me out here. Chastity Pariah in the chat the other day. She's from Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. If there are any viewers who are looking for a better description.
So her name is actually Chastity Pariah.
Yes, it's Sheriff Pariah.
Okay.
And she has a like pink satin shirt on with a pink scarf around her neck and a pair of pink jeans. And she comes over. She's like, "You kids aren't making any trouble over here, are you?"
No, Sheriff Piranha.
I'm a chipmunk.
Yes, you are, dear, and it's adorable.
I thought you were a rat.
You were just afraid she was going to say rat, so you're like, you had to front load that.
I'm telling everyone in advance.
She's like,
but you guys, you know, you're all clumped up here. You're starting to block the walkway. Why don't you break up there? And she starts like gesturing for the group. You know, you need to let the little kids get through. And Biff just looks at Jody and says, "This isn't over," as they walk away.
It looks over.
Those mimes are pissed.
And then Sheriff Pariah looks down at the group of you, and she's like, "Can't help but notice you're not with an adult. Where are you supposed to be? Here, I'll help you find your way."
I think we can find our way just fine.
Coach
Roland's older.
Yeah, at that moment, Coach rolls up, and I would describe Coach as shaggy after he hits middle age. So kind of tall and lanky, very laid back. You see, he's carrying a bag of candy that the hockey team bought that he's supposed to be handing out of his trunk, but instead he's just eating it. He's like, "Yeah, kids, I'm here. Like, you guys know I was parking down there," and he points over to, his VW van. He actually has one of the newer ones. It's actually electric, so it has the nostalgia, but it also doesn't put out dangerous emissions. And you see his wife, Guji, is over there, and they dressed up as each other. So she's wearing a pair of brown pants and a green shirt, and he's wearing like a like basically like long like brown peasant dress, and a whole bunch of turquoise. Like it's kind of a weird like Western Europe meets Southwest vibe to his outfit, but that's how Guji normally dresses. And he just looks at you kids. What?
I said good for Guji.
Yes. Everything's all Gucci, as she likes to say. And the sheriff's like, "Oh, you need to keep a better eye on these kids." And he's like, "Man, you have to sometimes just let kids be kids. Like they need to like wander and figure out who they are." And she's like, "That is exactly the problem. You need to keep an eye on what's going on to make sure that these kids are safe." Did you see? They almost got in a fight with those 4 young boys that were dressed up as mimes. Mimes normally don't wear leather pants. Like, I don't think they're mimes.
The
Like,
good ones do.
oh, where, Gerald, were there mimes in your hometown?
No, but like like sometimes I watch wrestling and there's like a mime that wears like leather.
Oh, the Parisian Punisher. He's my favorite.
Yeah, he's great.
Sheriff Pariah can only deal with so much of this, and she now sees that you guys are with an adult, and there is a child over there doing hopscotch without the proper pads and helmet. So she heads off. And
As she walks away, I'm just gonna like, not quite quietly, but scoff. Your outfit's not even movie accurate. None of the pink ladies wore pink pants.
and you get like a dagger glare over her shoulder. You want to roll charm there, Roland?
Sure, my D4. That's a 2.
Okay, so the you've made an enemy here at the moment. She's going to be keeping an eye on you. She's been the sheriff here in Gallbladder Bay for about 4 years, and actually one of the first things she did upon being sheriff was put a bunch of new safety rules in place. The town council just approved all of her ordinance suggestions. So you guys, helmets and pads are required for more extreme sports here than anywhere else in the country. There is a 5 o'clock curfew for all kids, and your traditional night of trick or treating and causing chaos has been replaced by this slightly lame trunk or treat event that you're at. Just to give you some background on who the sheriff is, what Chastity Pariah wants you to know. But Coach looks around at you guys. He's like, this is imperative. And he leans really close to you guys, like the very serious coach. And he's like, "I am completely out of Twix. I need you guys to go around to the other cars and get me some Twix. And before we have to leave to, it's almost 4:30, and we're gonna go to my house, and you guys are hanging out because your parents are doing that weird water thing or whatever tonight." And he says, "Get the Twix, meet me back at the car, and whoever gets the most Twix can get the largest size blizzard of Dairy Queen on the way back to my house." And he looks around conspiratorially and then heads back to Guji he was trying to explain to the kids why there's no candy at the hockey team booth. So I need each of you to explain to me what you were going to do to try to gather Twix, or if you're not going to do it, what you're going to do instead, so that we can do some checks to see how successful you are. So, Jody, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
How's Jody going to procure Twix for the coach?
I'm gonna like sidle up to Becky and be like, hey, if we both get Twix and we combine our Twix, we could split the blizzard. And I like try and like really sell it where I'm just like, I got all these cool tricks and everyone's gonna give me candy because I have the cool tricks. But you are like so cool. Like you like do like the talking thing. And so you can go and like talk to the people that are cool enough to know how cool my tricks are and get the candy. And then we'll get all the candy and then we'll have a blizzard. Really trying to sell it here.
Elmer, can I react or?
Yeah, you're in character right now.
Okay, out of character, real quick. Mind is blown because Becky's plan was to somehow convince Jody, who's like this little like scavenger, to help. And I was like, oh no, Elmer had her go first. That's okay. And then like when you came over, Becky's eyes got so big and then narrowed like.
Now like flashbacks to our childhood. We did this. Candy exchange was for the win.
Becky, yeah. Becky's thought is like, she's like really crafty. She can like squirrel away a lot of Twix or whatever. And then I'll be like, hey, let's pool it. And then I'll take mine and give it to Roland. And then like Roland will get like the blizzard. And then like that'll be cool or whatever, you know?
Jody
So Becky is totally willing to be the voice of Jody while Jody is like collecting, high grading all the Twix wherever we go, and probably just go to the nearest car and then like boom, boom, boom. And I'll say a lot of like my daddy, this or that to see if I can distract them or like get them to think there's something more going on.
Okay, so the way
lips in the background.
The way we're going to do this is one of you is gonna roll a check, and then the other one is just going to use one of their adversity tokens to assist.
Okay. I think because Jody is the one actually collecting the Twix, can I do the assist?
Okay. Jody, which one of the stats do you think makes sense for the tricks that you're trying to do?
Would that be like brawn, grit, brains? Like I'm not sure.
Yeah, it'd be one of these 6. Like it could be charm if you're trying to just be adorable, so they give you Twix. It could be like brains if you're trying to like, juggle to distract them and then steal Twix. Like.
Okay, I want to go with brains, where it's like I don't want to drop any of the candy I have stashed around my costume.
And it's a lot.
But I want to like do like be like getting off the ground, looking cool, but not like dropping the candy. So I want to try and do like some cool like matrixy like move kind of thing, but like not drop any of the candy.
Okay. That would probably be flight, since that's more dexterity.
Okay, I'll try that one. Where's my d6? Do I just roll?
Mm-hmm. But remember, you're a child, so you have +1 to flight.
So 2, because I rolled a 1.
Okay, so she's there. She's like juggling. She's jumping around, doing everything she can to try to get the Twix, and she just like falls flat on her face. And the people, instead of giving you Twix, instead, put a cold compress on her face and give her a Band-Aid, and they end up just giving her some soft candy, like some gum, because they're afraid she'll hurt herself with something that's jagged.
I only have 1 tooth. Like, gum is not a great option.
Guys, I'll be back in just a second.
Okay. So, Roland, are you participating in this? And if so, what are you doing to try to get Twix?
I'm not super invested in getting Twix, but I will go out there and proposition some of the trunk or treat people, and just be like, hey, looking to get some Twix. How about 1 Twix per foyer? Which is a spin, just so you know.
So when you say trunk or treat people, do you mean you're trying to stop the other kids that are getting candy, or go to one of the adults?
I'm gonna go to one of the adults.
Okay. So the adult just kind of looks at you like, so you're gonna do what for candy?
Spins. Continuous spins. You understand, right?
Oh, so based on however much Twix I give you, you're going to spin around.
For as many Twix as you give me, yeah. Without stopping.
They're like, or I could just give you this fun-sized Twix, like.
Okay, I'm back. I had to eat my rice.
And Biff comes up. He's like, "I'll give you 20 if you can spin around 20 times."
Okay. Would that be flight?
I could see flight or brawn, since we're still talking like dexterity.
I'll go with flight.
Okay.
Which is my d20. That's a 15.
Okay, Biff is incredibly disappointed because he wanted you to get all dizzy and throw up, but instead you succeed admirably. What does that look like?
I just start to get ready, and I start to do the spin. I lift the one leg and just start going, maintaining like constant vigilant eye contact with every spin. I just maintain focus on him, which is probably throwing him off a little bit. How like every time I'm spinning around, I'm still staring at him. And then finally, after 20, come to the end and just ta-da, pay up.
He just kind of glowers, and like you can see he starts to run off, but then somebody else is like, "You're not going to welch on a bet," and he ends up paying up as much Twix as he has, which ends up being 15.
Okay.
And so you have a big store of Twix. Jeremy or Gerald, who wants to go next? And what's your idea to try to procure Twix for Coach?
I'm going from car to car. Say that I'm collecting for the Twix for the team. So if they want to show their support, they can give us Twix. It'd be greatly appreciated because it's Halloween, basically. And we want the team to do well because I'm in the mascot costume.
Okay, so that's charm. So do you want to roll your charm?
Yeah, let me check here. It's going to be fun. I got a 6 out of D6.
Okay. So you got a 6, and you actually find somebody who's like, "Yeah,
it would be a 7 with the +1.
Oh, for being a kid?
Yep.
If you roll your maximum, does that do a thing?
Unfortunately, no. This isn't swingy in that way, but
okay.
No, you end up finding a guy, and you do that, and he you say you're collecting for the team, and you're the mascot. He's like, "Woo, go Storks!" And he tells you that he'll give you extra Twix if you can do one of the mascot dances for him, or do whatever it is, the stork battle cry.
Walk, 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 walk.
So your battle cry just walk,
walk.
Oh man, I'm picturing like a whole like stadium of people just walk. It's like the quack thing from Mighty Ducks. Only it's a stork.
Got it, seagulls.
He ends up coming around. He gives you 10 Twix.
Okay.
Gerald, you're the last one. What are you gonna do to try to get some Twix?
Is Biff still around?
Biff is right now stomping off from giving Roland all of his candy.
Does anyone have any Mentos? Any of the people selling candy? Or giving out candy?
Well, you know what? What are you trying to do?
Well, I have some soda in my backpack. I'm going to put the Mentos inside the soda, and I'm going to drench Biff for messing with me earlier.
Okay, I want you to roll fight, because if you're successful, you'll get narrative control and get to splash him with soda. And how cool it is depends on how successful you are at your fight check.
Oh, do I get a plus because I'm a teen?
Yeah, I think they get +1 fight, +1 flight.
Cool, because I got a 12 out of 12, so I got a 13 out of 12.
Ooh.
Okay, so you succeed smoothly, and so you have your well, what's your 2 liter of?
I have just a regular sized bottle of Mountain Dew, I think,
No, you have a lot of Mountain Dew to spray on Biff and his friends,
and I guess I find
and
the I guess I
you
find
get
it.
you get plenty of Mentos.
So Biff is over there stomping away, and Gerald comes up behind him and slams in the thing and starts shaking the thing, and he taps Biff on the shoulder. He's like, hey, Biff. And Biff turns
He's like,
around,
"What?"
take this, you stupid mime. And he just yeah, the bottle just explodes.
Like this orange foam just comes spewing out of the bottle,
Oh,
and
is like Code Red, like
I guess it could be red.
yeah,
It's code red.
yeah, Code Red, I
So
guess.
yeah, it's like the Mentos when it hits the carbonation turns into like a foam,
Yeah.
and it just like coats Biff and his friends, and Biff's like, my leather pants, and he's coming forward to punch you when you feel a hand on your collar, and it's Sheriff Pariah.
Oh no, Sheriff Pound Puppy's here.
She's like, Gerald, I told you not to fight. You get to that dirty hippie van right now, pointing at the hockey coach's van.
But I was supposed to get Twigs.
Get onto the dirty hippie van right now.
All right.
Dirty hippie.
He's not that
You
dirty.
can roll charm if you want her to back off, so you can try to gather some.
What's my
Twigs.
charm? Oh, I got a D8 on charm. He's actually nah, I got 3.
Yeah, she sent you over to the van, so you go and you sit by Gucci, and she's telling you how great these all natural coloring free gummy bears she has are.
She's talking
trying
to
share
me
them
while
with
I'm like,
you.
oh, that's great. While I'm wringing out my clothes because I'm got Code Red all over me. Gross.
She has a spare jersey in the van if you want to change.
I got superstitious, so no.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
You're like, no, thank you, ma'am.
No, I can't. I gotta keep this one.
Okay, Roland, you get the delicious ice cream confection from Dairy Queen. Well, what's your order?
Oh no, thank you. I don't. Let someone else have it.
Oh, well, it's your prize. Who do you want to give it to?
Gerald looks like he could use a treat. Let's give it to him.
I don't want it either. Let's give it to like the rat girl. What's her name again? Oh yeah, her Jody.
So
Yeah.
Jody,
We won.
So Jody and Becky, what do you order?
Jody and Becky.
Yeah, Becky, what are we ordering?
I don't know. I don't like whatever. Just like ice cream or whatever they have here. I don't even go here. I don't know.
Ooh, I want one with peanut butter because I'm a chipmunk.
Oh.
The teenager behind the counter says, "I thought that was a rat costume."
It's obviously a chipmunk. Are you like? Do you have like? Do you need glasses or something?
I just got delivered pastry. Someone just handed me pastry and left.
Ooh, that's the life.
Wait, someone or
So
Sarah?
cute.
Like, is it just a
And
random
this.
person? And just a random person showed up with pastry.
Of course, it's Sarah.
Don't
but
eat
it's
it.
funnier,
Don't eat
but,
it.
you know.
Yeah. A mystery pastry.
The
Oh no,
cats-
I'm pretending like just one of your neighbors just walked into your house and handed you pastry and left.
I'd yell at him, but you know it's a pastry.
It's
Well, I
cultural.
mean, how could you be mad if like somebody gives you a cupcake?
I'm not. I'm ecstatic. I didn't expect
Just
this.
picturing Putin sending
I'm
the
just
soldiers
jealous
with
now.
cupcakes.
I don't. The interest. I don't know what flavor this is. So. I mean, it's a cupcake, so it's gotta be delicious. I'll let you know if I put stuff in my fat face here in a sec.
So you guys end up, you guys are in the van going to Coach's house, and you get your Dairy Queen or your not Dairy Queen, and you make it back to Coach's house, and Gucci makes you like just some truly terrible food. The two of them are raw vegans who have never read a recipe book, so basically all of their meals are like green smoothies. Just they serve it in a bowl. They just don't really know what they're doing. So like you guys get like dragon fruit lettuce carob paste shake for dinner, and
Well, I'll drink it.
and coach tells you, but like he's just talking to you, and he tells you that he heard that some of the other coaches were concerned because their teams were talking about how they were going to sneak out and meet together at the bunkers after dark. So your parents, I'll send him to you to watch over you, and he's trying to do that, but like him and Gucci just get all tired after dinner, so they might fall asleep at 7:14 and not notice if you guys climb out one of the windows to go to the bunkers and hang out with the other kids.
This dude is so cool.
So the
Are we
the
like
two,
staying like? Do we have like rooms? Are we rooming together? Are we supposed to be rooming together?
In the living room.
Like,
it's
Sleepover.
yeah, I probably should have told you something about what this place is. They live in a 2-story farmhouse that they have decorated with the most hippie bric-a-brac you can possibly imagine. And upstairs is their bedroom and a like little reading room and a meditation room.
Does the meditation room have an
And
odd smell coming from it?
the entire house, like
Is that where they fell asleep?
They have a problem with a skunk that lives under their porch.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Don't we
And
all?
It's odd because it seems like somehow like you can smell that skunk no matter which room you are in the house. Like even the upstairs bathroom that's super far away from the porch.
We're probably all like used to it though, right? This is just like Coach's smell at this point.
Yeah.
That's just
Smell
how
like
Coach.
energy.
That's how you
Smell
know
like
Coach is coming.
chili.
Yeah.
They smell like skunk and cookies basically, which is odd because they're raw vegan, so neither of them's had a cookie in like 30 years.
Vegans
So
can
it's
have cookies.
It's a weird
They have
place.
brownies.
No,
instead.
they're raw vegans, which means they don't eat any food that's been cooked.
Oh. All right.
So yeah, you guys are all like hanging out in the living room right now playing Atari, and
Is that what they have?
The band?
no, the actual Atari, the one with
You know, Atari Teenage Riot?
instead of buttons, it had the little levers you had to push up and down in different directions, and they have tanks and airplanes, which is like tanks, but they're T-shaped instead of box-shaped, and they have Pong, and they have Centipede. They have the ET game.
That's so bad.
And
We should
You
save
know-
that. That might be worth money later.
I'm surprised they don't have the Atari ice hockey game.
oh, they do. Of course they
Good.
do.
Okay.
The one where your little sprite, like pretty much the only thing you can do is hit each other with the hockey stick.
Yes, and hopefully you get the puck.
And it's you guys had your delicious raw vegan dinner with them, and you're playing Atari, and they fall asleep. And we're going to take a break so that it'll be the first bathroom break, and everybody can go if they want.
Oh, that's my cue for the music.
I hope you found something spooky that's free for use.
Found something funky. Gotta be
Funky.
It's nice. It's good. We'll get back to the music.
What up, Hubbin?
Not much. I am going to turn off my camera and mute my microphone so I can go get a drink of water. Hey, husband, you want to talk about Halloween until everyone gets back?
Like, what do you want to talk about for Halloween?
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Specifically about Halloween?
Anything scary or spooky or Halloweenish, like, I mean, don't do the whole Die Hard's a Christmas movie thing, but...
I guess my favorite Halloween movie, probably Hocus Pocus, the original one.
Yeah, we still need to watch the sequel.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of it, though.
You're so afraid of it being awful and it ruining your memories?
Yeah. I think that's probably my favorite Halloween movie, or maybe the Garfield Halloween special with the pirate ghosts. Did you ever watch the like, I'm sure you saw the Peanuts one, but what about other Halloween kids movies?
No. I don't. That's the only one I can think of is Hocus Pocus. I remember I love all the stop motion, like not Halloween, Christmas movies.
Oh, those are so creepy.
I love them so much.
Andrew,
my favorite one's The Life and Times of Santa Claus.
That's a good one.
I'm sorry.
I think those puppets are terrifying, especially like the ones at the beginning.
Did you say you didn't know about that one?
I think is it the one about like the origin story of Santa Claus one? I guess that's the one I was thinking of.
Yes, it's the one where the immortals in the woods race, the wood nymph raises him as from a baby. Yeah.
Yes, I love that one.
That's actually written by L. Frank Baum, the guy that wrote The Wizard of Oz. Also wrote The Life and Times of Santa Claus.
That makes sense. It's very odd, but also captivating.
There's something about there's the one puppet, I want to say it's the West Wind puppet maybe, the one that's black and purple, that is just like a nightmare to me. Like, it almost makes it more of a Halloween movie when that puppet's on screen. Andrew, what's your favorite Halloween movie? Or special?
Does it have to be, is it like something I watch on, like I like to watch during Halloween, or it has to be like a Halloween themed thing?
Interpret it like widely.
I really like to watch every October at some point before Halloween. I like to watch the movie Evil Dead 2. That is like the cinematic masterpiece.
Oh, Bruce Campbell.
You
I think-
can't beat it.
I think as a young gay boy, he was one of the first people I had a crush on without realizing it.
He's gorgeous. Just
Chin
that
that could
chin.
cut glass.
Yes. I was him for Halloween last year. I'll have to show you the picture sometime.
Oh man, sploosh. Taylor, what's your favorite Halloween movie, special, horror, whatever that makes sense for October?
I don't watch very many like horror movies. They scare me. Or I ruin it for everyone by dissecting it for all the plot holes as we go, as Andrew can attest. But I really like the Addams Family movie.
Yes.
And,
What
like-
about Becky?
Right? Like I love all of them, even like the new cartoon one. I like that one too.
That one was much better than I expected it to be.
Right? I thought it was gonna suck, and then I watched it. I'm like, oh, this is adorable. And I kind of feel like it's
New,
all year movies,
live
but it's
action.
very spooky.
Looks
Yeah, I
really
saw
good.
that. I've asked everyone else. So Ludo, favorite Halloween media, or October media, or horror media?
Practical Magic. I watch it every year.
This is what happens when you dabble. I think.
This is what comes of dabbling.
Yes. I've had many.
Second
many
stalker Channing
witch
reference
characters say
tonight.
that.
Only on the Homebrew-Shomebrew.
She is a handsome woman. Rodney, favorite Halloween media?
The movie Hobgoblins from 1988.
Oh, I don't think I saw that one.
You should be happy you've never seen that one.
Is it like Ghoulies?
It is, but imagine if Ghoulies had a budget of $15,000 and were made by complete morons.
So
You mean it
imagine
wasn't?
Ghoulies.
It's so bad it's good.
It's bad. It was originally I originally saw it through the Mystery Science Theater. They did a
So
rip
is
of
it as bad as Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter?
No,
You meant is it as amazing as Jesus
to give
Christ?
you an
Christ.
idea, the hobgoblins themselves don't actually move. They're just like stuffed puppets that they'll put on stuff. Like here's the hobgoblins riding a golf cart, and it's just like stuffed animals on a golf cart moving down. That kind of level of horrible.
Oh, another one I forgot to mention that was a favorite of mine. I don't know. This one feels kind of obscure, and it shouldn't be because it's about the Grinch. But Halloween is Grinch Night. Did anybody else watch that with the paraphernalia wagon?
No.
Oh man, it is so awesome. Check it out.
Oh, the cupcake mystery. It was apple spice apparently.
Oh, tasty.
I couldn't tell. It was one of those you bit into. It was good, and it tasted like fall. It tasted like I was eating potpourri almost.
Okay,
have to
so
ask.
Is it,
Did
you
the
weren't sure if
cat
it was
break
pumpkin
anything?
or what?
oh yeah, did the cats break anything?
Right? I've been wondering.
No,
all
it was
the
one
hour.
of those things where I rushed downstairs to see what the cats did, and they were just staring at me. Like, I know you did something, but I
Yeah,
can't
there's
find it
like
now.
there's like a neighbor tied up in your downstairs closet or something now.
The neighbor cat.
They could be having their own stream going right now, for all I know.
Oh man, could you imagine what a cat stream would be like?
Oh, it'd just be hours of just them cleaning themselves and glaring.
Okay, so Becky, like, do you smell the skunk that lives under their porch comes out, and then you notice that Coach and Gucci have both fallen asleep.
Okay,
And
I do.
You guys are all sitting in front of the Atari. You're the first one who notices they're asleep, though. So what are you doing?
Okay. I take off my headphones because I was listening to a Dungeon Synth tape that I stole from a boy. It's not important. On my Walkman, and I slide it back into my JanSport backpack.
We
and I
cut to-
over it.
We cut to Biff Johnson at home. He's like, "Man, where'd my Dungeon Sync tape go?"
I got all of them.
And then cut back.
Then Gordrum goes away, and I put my cloak over my JanSport backpack, and I say, "Hey, you guys ready to go?"
Go where? Are we supposed to play Atari?
No, we are supposed to make our way through the maze of what I assume is like wind chimes just outside, that like a death trap of wind chimes. And
so many gnomes, like an unhealthy number of gnomes. Like people who drive by are actually more concerned than upset about it.
Is there a sign that says nothing for sale?
It's actually you could actually read it from the road, and it's actually gnomes that are set up to read nothing for sale.
Their eyes follow you. It's the Mona
Man,
Lisa.
this just got so creepy.
Must begin
it
at some
like
point.
the elementary school kids like dare each other to go up to this yard. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Like it'd be a nightmare for the kids, I think.
Has anyone seen Creepshow 2? Because it's like the thing with the wooden Indian, only with gnomes.
Yes. Oh no. Is that the one with the raft?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Becky put on her cloak and she's like, "Are we going?"
Jody pops up with like a pencil and be like, "Yeah, I'm ready for my vampire hunting badge."
Yeah. Where are we going again?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go.
All right, cool.
You know, vampires are just make-believe.
Until they're not.
I'm tired of milk.
Like unicorns.
And storks.
And
They're not
penguins.
real.
And skunks.
And skunks.
Yeah. I haven't seen a single skunk around this house, but I smell it, so like I'm suspicious.
It's weird because like my two uncles, they have like the same skunk problem. Like when I go over there, like when they're working on the car, it's like, oh man, there's like must be skunks like everywhere all over this like place.
And you guys step out in the yard and you guys don't see any skunks. You do see all of the lawn gnomes we previously described. Only this time there's a new lawn gnome that you guys see that is of the town mascot, the lake monster. So it's a little tiny lake monster with their red gnome hat on that's wearing a little coat that's on the porch.
Can I pet it?
Yeah, it's cold. It's made out of cement.
Okay.
How big is it?
It's about that big.
Like JanSport backpack size?
Yeah, you can probably cram that in your JanSport.
It might be a squeeze, but Becky will wait until like everybody else has like walked by and then be like, "Come in with me." Just goes in the JanSport.
Okay. I need you to roll a D10 for me.
No.
Oh no. Becky!
And Becky was no more. Okay, what's that?
Jody cried.
Oh, I capitalized it. 1 second. The suspense is killing me. 9.
9? Okay. Yeah, you put it in your bag, and right after you finish zipping up your bag, oh my god, she must have painted it today. There's red paint all over your hands from its little jacket.
Okay. Am I like near Jody?
I imagine that if she has her way, Jody is very rarely out of arm's reach of you. Is that accurate, Jody?
That is correct. Unless I get distracted by like a squirrel or a tree, like little adventures, but like I want to be near Becky.
Jody, Becky comes up behind Jody and is like, "Oh my gosh, this sash, like I've never noticed it before. Like, did you make this? This is like so soft." And she like sort of rubs the back of it. And she's like, "Wow." And like it just like until like most of it's gone. And then she like gives her like a little pat and go and is like, "Yeah, that's like so cool. I wish I had one. I've got this cloak or whatever, but that's cool."
So you guys go out. You guys are on your way, and it is now fully dark. It's probably about 7:30. But remember, we're in Minnesota, and it's October, so it's dark. And you guys are out walking the street, and as I said, trick or treating's been canceled for the last several years. So the streets are empty. You guys can see as you're walking out on at the docks, you can see the Halloween party boat pulling out that all of your parents are on, and it has orange and purple lights on it, and you can hear Lady in Red playing. And where are you guys going now that you have free run of the town after dark and no adults around?
Bunkers.
Yeah, where the hell are we going? What are we doing here? What are we on this planet for?
I mean, I figure we should just go to the spot. So
Oh, you mean the bunker? Yeah, we should go to the bunker. I heard there's I heard you go down there and there's just stuff you wouldn't believe. I don't know what kind of stuff, but there's definitely stuff down there. So yeah.
how
Yeah.
astute of you. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff.
I need my stuff finding badge.
It's a picture of like a map and a magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm. I
I
have my
picture
daytime one. I need my nighttime one.
Whenever your character says stuff like that, I just picture like it just panning over and like paging through a guidebook, and then it stops and there's a sketch of the badge.
That would be awesome, actually.
Well, like it'd be like the screen dissolves in Zombieland when he does the like rolls. Only instead it would be like the different badges she's earning while you guys are doing things. But you guys are outside and you're walking around, and the streetlights are on. It's a little bit cold, and you guys are going down Maple Street, and you guys can see over at the Oak intersection a squad car. And you guys are all out after curfew. What are you doing?
Like a block away, you'd say?
Yep. Like they probably haven't seen you yet, but yeah.
Becky puts her hood up and she's got her rollerblades on and she's like making ready to make a break for it if she needs to.
Anybody else doing anything?
I'm army.
Gonna go.
I'm on the ground like army crawling.
Just instant
Okay.
down.
Just down.
Like
Just gonna hide
I'm
in like
not messing with
the
those
nearest
guys again.
bush.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing, is hiding behind the nearest bush.
Okay,
I find a
Jeffrey,
tree and climb it.
and you're in your chipmunk costume.
I'm a flying squirrel now in my own little head.
Okay, so you guys are all trying to hide, and these all sound like variations on flight to me, unless one of you has a better suggestion. So could I get flight rolls from everyone?
I'm also clumsy, by the way.
5.
Oh, 5.
That's a 2.
I got a 4.
Wait, the teens get the +1. No, okay. Yep, 5.
The question is, does anyone get below a 3? Oh, Roland, what'd you get?
A 2.
So you duck behind a bush, and the cop car is coming down the street, and they turn their spotlight on you. And what's it look like when you're standing there?
Can I use one of my tokens to help him out? Is that a thing?
How are you helping him?
I am grabbing him by the scruff and pulling him over behind the trees with us.
No, you were belly crawling, so
I was
I would
belly
imagine
crawling.
you'd pull him down on the ground.
Yeah, I
with
guess
you.
I would pull him down on the ground. Like, down.
Okay, so you're giving me an adversity token?
Yes, I'm using one of mine. Yep.
Okay. Roland, that does make you successful because you so basically the cop's light was turning to hit you, and Gerald just grabs you and pulls you down. And then if you remember, Becky said that she wasn't hiding, she was just preparing to skate away. So they point the light at her and she takes off, and the cop car goes after her, and after like a few blocks she jumps behind a hedge, and they turn on the wrong street and head off. So you guys avoided this police patrol. Are you guys continuing on your way to the bunker, or are you saying anything about the fact that now your costume's covered with dirt?
I'm
My
not
costume's
happy
always
about
covered with
that.
dirt.
Having been pushed down to the ground, now my shiny rhinestone leotard is befouled. Yeah, I'm gonna punch Gerald.
I,
Like,
I picture like there's like one rhinestone that has dirt on it. Like it's not even like a significant amount.
Why
Or
are you
one fell
punching
off.
me? Is this an
I'm
arm punch
petty.
or a face punch? What are we?
It's an arm punch. It's not soft, but it's not like to damage you.
Okay.
You
It's
just
just
have
like
to tell people your outfit's different now. You're Michelle Kwan when she rolled in the dirt.
I deserve that. Sorry.
Okay, so after the little altercation, I'm gonna say Roland, since you kind of had a tough time there, you have narrative control for the next bit of the journey. So would you tell me what is going on as you guys are heading towards the bunkers that are in the woods outside of town? You guys right now are in like a suburb, basically.
suburb. Okay. I will lead everyone to like behind houses instead and say it's going to be a lot safer if we go through people's like backyards rather than on the streets, just to avoid the cops. And
Okay.
I'm gonna take people fence hopping.
So are you guys? Is it like you go up ahead, you jump over the fence, and then you look around, and then you turn around and wave over, and then the next person, and so on?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys eventually, you guys are doing this, and you guys have moved across a significant area of the town when you come to an area where there's a gap in the suburbs, and there's a park, and it's one of those parks that has like a little tiny stream and some little footbridges that go over it. It's like somewhere old ladies would go to do their like mid-morning power walk, and it's completely dark, so like there are a few street lights that are illuminating the path through the park. So you guys have a choice at this point. If you go through the park, you're going to be out in the open more, but it's going to get you there much more quickly. So do you guys want to go through the park or continue threading through like the backyards of people?
I say we go. At this point, we've shown that we can evade the authorities, so nothing can stop us.
I'm with Becky. Not that I agree with you, just that I'm with you.
Are you? That I think we'll be fine.
Have you been rollerblading this whole time, Becky? By the way.
Yeah, it actually got kind of dicey when she was trying to hop the fences with the rollerblades on.
There was
some scrabbling.
That's what I was thinking. Like she was trying to go through grass on rollerblades and then jump to try to make it over fences.
I was thinking, I swear to God, if he makes us roll for this,
Jody gives you a boost every time. Like you're jumping off of Jody.
The little sash comes back over the fence, and I get hoisted up, and like.
So you guys are making your way across the park, and I need you guys to roll. Well, actually, let me describe what's happening, and you tell me how you react to it. I'm slipping into D&D mode, and that's not what we're doing here.
We're kids.
So you guys are exactly, or rollerblades. You guys are heading across the park, and you're on your way, and you're trying to stay a little bit out of view. You still see the deputy car go by occasionally, but you guys managed to evade him so far. And you guys notice off in the park that there is someone else moving around, and you can see that they're trying to sneak too. And what are you doing? They're just some shadows. Like you can't really tell who it is. Like at the moment,
are they like on the path, or are they like just like walking through the grass or whatever?
They're off in the grass because basically, they're trying to use like the bushes and the little benches and things for cover.
And
but it's definitely someone else who's sneaking around.
Are they going like the same direction we are, or they just like happen to be at the park of this? Like, we tell if that we're headed in the same direction?
How about you roll some brains for me so we can figure out what you're noticing and not noticing?
Sure.
Okay.
Everyone or just
7.
Becky?
Hey,
Whoever is trying to figure out who these shadowy figures
hey,
are.
Elmer, can I
Yes,
use
sir?
my I'm intuitive and have you describe this NPC to me?
Yeah, that'd be great. You want
I
to
have
give
to
me
use
the adversity
I have to use
token?
one of my I have to use my last token, but yeah, I could do that.
Okay, so you're looking, and the people moving around in the dark are actually a couple of adults, and it is actually the vice principal at the school who. Jeremy, what's the vice principal like?
Me? What's the vice principal like?
Yep.
He thinks he's so cool and wants to be everybody's friend. And he's like the youngest principal the school's ever had. And he wants to act like he's cool and he's everybody's friend, but he's really not everybody's friend. He just wants to try to be friends with the cool kids.
Like he has an acoustic guitar in his office.
Yes.
Yes. And he likes to rap with you about stuff.
So
Okay.
so like Homer's Dean from the college episode.
Basically, yes.
That's exactly what I'm picturing. Okay, and then Jody, who is the vice principal with? It's someone that he is having a secret affair with.
Okay. It is the girls' volleyball coach. She is like very buff, very short, very zany, always has weird training exercises that she says that are going to help. It's like, let's go organize these groceries, or we're going to color code this area. Like, you never really understand why you're doing it, but it's supposedly helping, but you really just feel like you're doing your chores. So,
girls, today we're learning how aromatherapy influences basketball.
Yes, and we're learning a lot of like MLM sales tactics.
You can dodge a wrench.
Like, we're really into that Tupperware.
Essential oil time.
Yep. Organize it by color, put it into people's orders. Here's the list. Let's figure out the route for delivery. Like, you know.
Roland, I see you're not paying appropriate attention to those catalogs for those boxes.
Meanwhile, I just have like the latest fashion magazine. What?
Okay, so yeah, you see what was their job again? Female
volleyball coach.
The volleyball coach at the school, who apparently has varied interests, and the vice principal, principal pal, are making out, like behind some of the bushes. And Gerald, you see this and realize it before anyone else.
Check it out. Wait, what was her name? The volleyball coach. She's making out with the vice principal. Yeah, I can't help myself. I start clapping.
They stand up and they're looking at you, and you guys are looking at them, and they're looking at you, and they say, the after they stare at you for a moment, the vice principal says, "Hey dudes, how about you know, do your bro a salad, and we didn't see you and you didn't see us, okay?"
Sounds like a plan to me. And I start walking away.
Yeah, and I passed volleyball, right?
But I saw it, but you saw me. I didn't see. Wait, what?
I pushed Gerald just like toward the direction you need to go.
Okay.
My little ineffectual arms, but
All
still.
On your rollerblades on the pebble path.
Yeah.
Well, explain to me later. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just
Way
gonna
to go, though.
Yeah.
pull like a small thing of unscented deodorant out of my like gym bag that I carry with me. Everyone just gross.
I totally thought you were going to whip out one of those like little like those cameras that were really popular in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
I thought you were going to just take a picture.
And still
Don't
say
have a camera.
gross.
Gross.
Oh, gross.
It'd be great, but I don't have a camera.
Okay. So yeah, you spritz your deodorant on them, and they shuffle off in the darkness, and you guys make it through the park. So there's one stretch left of the journey to the bunkers, and Gerald, you have narrative controls. So what is this part of the journey like as you guys cross the park and go into the woods?
The part, the path that we're on was nice and maintained. As we get to the woods, the trail basically disappears, and we're entering kind of deep woods. And it's kind of actually rough going because we can't because there's no path, so we're kind of making our way, and we can see we can see the bunker, we can see lights in the distance, but that's the only light out here because I don't think it's a full moon or anything at this point. So
Okay.
yeah, so we're stumbling along. I don't
So
think
is there like?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't think it'd be real easy to rollerblade through this. Sorry, Becky.
So is it like this thing where like you guys are going, it's like park, and then there's like a clear line
Yep.
where maintaining it stopped, and then you guys are in the woods?
Yeah. They don't maintain this because no one's supposed to be at this bunker. So
I picture this as being like the area where the high school kids go to smoke cigarettes.
Oh
and,
yeah, there's going to be rocks with graffiti and empty bottles and Coney Island white.
Budweiser and wine cooler bottles everywhere.
Yeah, there's going to be some gross stuff out there.
For some
Boone's
reason,
Farm.
one like really moldy mattress that's just out here, and nobody really knows how it got here.
And woods porn. There's so much woods porn.
Well, we're going to shy away from the middle school and elementary school kid looking at woods porn, and instead, you guys are headed through the woods, which is a bit of a tougher area, especially for those of you who are trying to rollerblade when there's no path at all. And I need each of you to just describe how you're going through this woods that has there's a lot of underbrush left, but there are lots of dry, crisp leaves that have fallen on the ground.
I'm walking through it, and with all the subtlety of a Tyrannosaurus running through foliage, shit's just crashing into me, and it's making a mess. But when I do see the porn, I am covering with leaves so the little kids don't see it. I'm that aware of it. So.
Oh, trying to preserve Jody's fragile little mind.
Kinda. Just, I feel bad. It's like this is weird. Maybe I shouldn't have brought this up.
Jody, I need you to roll your brain against Gerald's flight.
Unfortunately, that is my best stat for no discernible reason. 12.
3.
Okay, Jody, you have complete narrative control here. What happens with him trying to hide the woods porn from you?
Okay, so I see him trying to hide it, and I feel a little bad for him. Like, I want to give him props. So, like, I look at all my badges, and there's one badge for
hiding woods porn. There's a hiding woods porn.
And I unpin the badge and I give it to him, and I say, "Good job!" And then I pull out my little garbage bag, and I as we're going, I'm just collecting all the bottle caps because I like,
And you're going to have a sack of bottle caps for when this inevitably turns ugly.
Well, also, I like making my own badges to give people because, it gives me so much joy, So, I made a Becky a friendship one. She's such a good friend, and so, I just give him one of my little homemade badges from my sash.
Gerald's actually really touched by this. He's never had a badge before. He's like, "Oh, wow, okay." He puts it on.
The book flips, and it has Taylor smiling, and it has badge making badge.
Yeah, and encouragement also. She charm is her worst skill. She's working on her people skill badges.
Okay, you guys are getting to the edge of the bunkers, which we defined in the Discord, but this has probably been a mysterious thing for our viewer. The bunker is an old abandoned military base that has turned into a hangout for the kids around here, and you guys actually take a tunnel to go into it that makes it all creepy and kind of spooky and fun. And you guys are getting to the edge of the bunkers when you guys can hear I like to move it echoing through the woods.
I got delivered these.
Bouncers.
She's just throwing food at me. It's the best night.
Role playing and snacks. It's a classic
These
combination.
are cinnamon donuts spelled with the 2 T's.
I hate you all.
Yeah, so.
Andrew, were those regular Reese cups or Reese pumpkins?
Oh.
I think there are some pumpkins in here. I've got. Here's a pumpkin.
Okay, I was about to give your kid juvenile cancer, so you're lucky you had one of those.
And then I've also got the Franken cup where it's like green on the bottom.
Ooh.
But why?
Why isn't technology
Hershey, give
enough
us free stuff.
why isn't technology enough that we can trade, you know? Like,
Yeah, that would be cool.
yeah.
I
Like
want
Wonka
some.
Vision.
Yeah, we should be able to share virtually with the class, but no.
Yeah.
So Jock Jams is playing, and you guys walk into the bunkers in the big open area, and this place is just full of teenagers and middle schoolers that are almost like having a rave, but like it's a multi-level thing, and the people who are cheering and playing Move It are on the second level, and on the lower level you see the West Bridgeport Owls skating around. A rival hockey team that are all on their rollerblades with hockey sticks and a tennis ball. Are you here? Are you here for the after dark hockey, street hockey royale? Are you ready for the fight? Are you accepting the challenge?
Gerald's
You like to
eyes
move it?
Gerald's eyes light up. He's like, I'm gonna kick these guys' ass. Yeah. Nobody else?
Oh yeah.
Come on,
Jody
guys.
is so on board.
We can do this.
Yeah.
I'm giving Gerald and Jeremy each an adversity token.
Come on, guys. We can win.
So, are you guys accepting their challenge, or are you being a bunch of pussies?
I'm
You
in.
can take him.
I guess.
Gerald pulls out his hockey mask. Let's do this.
Okay, Gerald, who is your rival on the West Bridgeport Owls?
They're starting. Let's see their hockey positions. Forward. His name is Gary
Jason
the
Biggs.
Ace Steeler.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he is the only person to ever score a hat trick on me. He's the only person to ever get 3 goals on me, and he's also known within this whole area as basically a living god. Like all the girls love this guy. He's beautiful. He's just like, but he's also a total dickhead. So
Like me,
Okay.
then.
You're going down, Gerald. The loser face batting.
shut up.
And
Flustered.
so is the challenge between you and him just sheer brawn, who's the better athlete, or what kind of contest do you see happening between the two of you?
It's got to be a shootout. It's got to be best of 5.
Okay,
so net.
so he's taking the shots on you, and you guys are going to roll brawn against each other.
All right. And as you may know, brawn's my best stat.
Okay, I would like to jump in here. I'm doing my mask, putting the head on for the mascot, and doing the mascot dance to help inspire him to do better. So I'm going to give him one of my adversity tokens to help him win.
Okay.
While he's going raw, every time he goes raw, he's raw, raw. I'm hitting the stick into the pads to the beat. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Rah, rah.
Ace rules Bartertown. Okay, go ahead and roll, Rodney. You get a +1 from the adversity token.
I got a 14, so a 15.
Oh, you destroy him. What does it look like when he tries to take his 5 shots on you?
It's just he has. What are we shooting pucks? Or are we shooting like rubber balls? What are we doing?
They're basically tennis balls.
Okay, he's shooting them, and I'm just like, just like not even like paying attention. Just psh, 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 psh. And the last one I hit, and it bounces and just bonks him on the forehead.
It actually hits him on the nose, and he's like, "You made me bleed my own blood."
Yeah.
Okay. Jeremy, who's your rival on the other team?
Who's my rival on the other team?
The other mascot.
Little Jeffrey Stevens. He thinks he's so great. He thinks he's a better mascot than I am. Dumb owls.
He has this owl costume that's basically like a barrel shaped, so his arms can barely move. And he tries to do like their similar but crappier chant of hoot hoot.
You're going down, little boy. Ah!
I need you to roll charm. Oh God.
That's a 4.
Jeffrey is not good at mascotting, and you make him look like a fool. What does that look like?
He's actually trying to do one of their. I'm doing my awesome mascot dance, and he tries to one-up me, but he loses his footing and falls down and then can't get back up because it's barrel-shaped. So it's like the kid in like A Christmas Story with the arms.
Yeah. He's just kind of rolling around.
I'm falling, but I can't get up.
Jody, the puck. Was it the puck? What's your middle name? Your middle name.
Target.
The target. Jody, the target. What is the target doing? And what's her rival like on the other team?
Well, I'm Jody with an I, but there's Jody with a Y on the other team.
Lame.
Right? And she is in the other scout group, and they have consistently gotten at least one badge more than me every single year. And then she wasn't even into hockey, but then I got into hockey and got my hockey badges, and then so she got into hockey. And so I'm just over there like frantically pointing at my different badges, like, and we're just shouting at what our badges are for at each other, trying to prove who has more badges. I helped someone across the street. I helped build a house. I painted the birdhouse the prettiest color.
I listened to so many old people's boring stories. I made soup at the soup kitchen.
Yeah, so we're just on the side, like pointing it out. It's like, and we're just very distracted by that at the moment, comparing badges.
This has become a contest of endurance because you both have so many badges. So it's grit versus grit.
Okay. Let me find the D12. I have it somewhere. Aha. Got a 5.
Grit badge.
What'd you get?
5.
It's real close, but you get the last zinger in about a badge.
Yeah.
Like you win over them.
Friendship badge.
It's the badge for making badges badge that wins.
Yeah.
Okay, Roland, who is your adversary on the other team, and what are you doing?
Felix Montgomery. I despise him because he, one, looks cooler than me, just in general.
He looks exactly like Roland, but has a soul patch. Like, that's the only difference.
He's like a little older than me. I despise him. I hate it. Everything about him. I hate him. And in particular, I don't know for sure, but I think he might actually be quicker on skates than me.
That's what he says, at least.
I won't admit it. but I'm scared it might be true.
So he challenges you to a skate race, where you guys are going to skate all around the hockey place and
The abandoned
hockey
army
arena,
bunker.
the abandoned army bunker, and you have to do sick tricks. And I need a flight roll from you.
Okay. That is a 12.
Oh man, you end up beating him by quite a substantial margin. Can you describe some of the tricks that you do during this race?
Yeah. So I happen to have my skates in my gym bag. And I get them on, and they're super cool. They're like neon pink. And
Are they the same brand as Becky's?
Are they? Maybe.
Becky?
I feel like there's probably
Obviously.
only one like really good skate supplier in our town, our tiny
That's
little
probably
podunk
true.
town.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're probably the same brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did my
Okay.
leg-
Is he okay
Taylor
over there?
just turned up the spooky.
I'll be back.
Go
Technical
pay your
difficulties.
electric bill.
Okay, so you're on your badass pink skates that match Becky's.
All right, and so I just start zooming around through this course that we've kind of constructed, and what really does, I get in a bunch of these like sick rail grinds and things, but what really does it is when I'm not cool enough to know like what the term of this trick is, but where you split your legs so you're on the toe of one and the heel of the other, and it's some kind of like grind or something, I don't know, but and I go from one rail grind to that all the way to another rail grind.
And you just kind of casually pass him while you're doing it, like, bye, Felix, like that.
Yes.
Okay. So you
I have
succeed.
something to chime in. Hey, Felix, you're not living up to your name. You're not blessed with luck at all.
Oh, blessed with suck! Blessed with suck!
Yeah, because that makes you so cool. Secretly, I'm like fuming.
Oh, Becky, you don't have a rival. Who could rival you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually notice as the race is wrapping up that that there are less people in the stands now who are watching, and you see that there are a bunch of adults with black capes on, so you can't see who they are, taking kids. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make sure my black cape and hood are up. First off,
Oh,
I'm just saying. We've established that. I didn't know. And then, who is closest to me?
Probably. I would say probably at this point, Jeffrey is, because he's like skating around and trying to get everyone's attention. No, Jeremy, not Jeffrey. Sorry.
Oh, Jeremy is it?
Because Jody is busy still fighting with that other scout, and Roland is finishing up his race, and Gerald just hit Ace in the face. So.
Okay, I will desultorily.
And you want to be near that serial killer anyway, right?
Yeah, well, friends, enemies, close. I will desultorily skate over to Jeremy. I will sort of like limply.
Want?
I will limply kick the owl in solidarity. And then I will point out to my serial killer friend, because it's the serial killer, you know what I mean? It's sort of that situation. And I will say, hey, creepo, they're snatching people. We should get our team and go, because like anybody except for me who's wearing like a black cape seems like bad news bears. We should get out, and like if we notice like some poetry that's like written around here, like maybe we'll like take a moment to look at it, but like we should probably go out pretty quick. So let's can we like go get people?
Hey, everybody, that's my friend.
He's doing it again.
People, come on. Follow me. And I head off back toward the tunnel that we took to get in here.
Okay, as you head towards the tunnel, you see coming out of the tunnel that there are 8 figures that look bigger than you who are wearing like black capes with black hoods and have like the eyes wide shut masks on.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Do we know what that movie is at this point?
It
We'll
would
learn
come out
shortly.
already.
Yeah, I know. This is,
I'm
was not-
hearing
it was-
the music.
Well,
Please
Stanley
don't say
Kubrick was
that.
nominated for an Academy Award for it.
we probably weren't supposed to see this movie, but some of us, yeah.
Nightmares for a Week. No. Becky is not a fan. Can we like
It's not like
turn
it's a
around?
Clockwork Orange. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did anybody
Becky
follow us?
Jeremy was first. So Jeremy, you see this group coming. Becky warned you guys about seeing other people in black cloaks snatching kids. What are you doing, Jeremy?
I'm going to try to duck behind something and hide when I see them coming out of the way I was going.
Oh, didn't you get that unassuming trait or whatever?
Yes, I do have.
Yeah. Do you want to spend 2 adversity tokens so that
I
the
don't have
cultists
2
don't
adversity
notice you?
tokens. Yeah, I do. Yes, I will spend my 2 tokens to be unassuming.
An unassuming stork.
Spend 2 adversity tokens to not be seen within reason.
Yeah, so Jeremy sees them coming and he ducks off to the side and like part of the tunnels, and the adults don't even notice him, and they enter out there, and you guys see them coming towards you. What do you do?
Hey, nice Zorro costume, you dorks. What the hell do you want?
They don't say anything, and they're continuing to walk towards you.
Crap. Do you have a badge for this target?
It's called Run.
And then do you take off?
First, when Becky had started moving, I had followed her because I have to stay within so many feet of Becky, otherwise I get uncomfortable. And so I had grabbed Becky's hand and try and drag her so that we're running away.
Becky, are you cooperating?
Yes, but I'll say make it look like I'm grabbing you because I look like one of them. So like come with me if you like want to continue existing or whatever.
Okay, so I need the 2 of you to roll flight.
Okay.
It is not my best skill. Actually, it is 7.
18.
Okay, they end up believing that Becky is one of them who's trying to take Jody with her. So they just go past you, and like you get a thumbs up from one of them, Becky. And
I'm like,
Gerald, they come up to you. The 8 adults in black capes come up to you, and
Werewolf in the woods.
they turn
turn
into
my
werewolves. What are you doing? No, I'm serious. They do.
Do they? Are there werewolves?
Yeah, they're now
Shame.
werewolves.
But I'm not equipped to deal with this, you know.
Beat Ace to them.
Do you want to roll charm to try to convince them that you're not equipped to deal with it, so they should leave you alone?
No. I want to use. Can I use my brawn to try to like just plow through them with my ungodly hormone strength?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
I got a 9.
Oh man, 3 of the adults actually get a hold of Gerald, and they start to drag him away, and he's fighting. And one of them holds a napkin over his face, and he stops fighting, and they're dragging him away. And the remaining 5 are going after Roland, who is the last kid in the area. Roland, what are you doing as the 5 creepy adults are approaching you?
So seeing what happened to Gerald and all the chaos that's going around, I'm actually going to reach in my back. Well, in my gym bag pocket, because I guess I don't have back pockets at the moment. And I'm gonna pull like a pocket knife on him till you stay back. This is a pocket knife my dad always told me to keep with me.
Okay, they all stop and they look at each other and they don't say anything, but then they eventually turn, and one of them produces what looks like a TV remote and points it at you and presses a button and two little barbs pop out. I need you to roll fight.
That's a 4.
Okay, you win, but not by a lot. So they fire the barbs out of the taser at you, and what happens? Like, how do you end up winning this fight with this person with a taser? But you just barely win, so you're not cool, but you make it out.
Is this the kind where the wires stay connected?
Yes.
I'm gonna say that the electrodes or whatever actually do make contact and begin to shock me, but I just slash through the wire on it and cut it off.
That's so metal.
Because like all I have is a leotard on, so like.
Okay, so you this ends the combat with them, the fight with them for the moment. So is it like you cut it and you skate away, or are you trying to like
as
knock
soon as
one
I
down?
cut that contact, I'm going to turn the other way and run after where I believe Becky went.
Okay, but you know, everything's all chaotic, and you see Gerald being dragged away, Jeremy's gone, and you see Jody's being dragged away by one of those people in black capes who seems to have a pair of skates on. Jody's awake though, like it's not like Gerald.
I'm running after
out.
Jody.
Okay,
it's someone I recognize, and I don't know that I could take on 3 adults.
Okay, so you're going over there. Are you trying to save Jody or just heading over there?
I see the skates, right?
Yeah, I want you to roll brains though.
I will roll brains.
You are devious, Homer.
I know, right? Thank you.
That's a 5. Oh wait, 6 because I have a +1.
Okay, you actually notice as you skate over there that they have the skates that match yours. So, I mean, only you and Becky have those awesome skates. So,
cool.
Like you figure it out. Becky, what are you doing as he approaches you?
So at this point, I have like a sweater in my backpack. It's like a white sort of like wool sweater that's like not my vibe, but I have it because it's cold sometimes. And I want to like grab that out of my backpack and like kind of squish it together and like push it over Jody's face to look like I'm sort of chloroforming her just like everybody else.
Okay, I want you to roll charm and Jody to roll brains.
Okay.
20.
Damn.
3.
Okay. Jody, you realize what Becky's going for right away. That like she's trying to play along.
You've seen the cartoons.
Yeah, all the after school specials.
I go chloroform badge.
The book opens and it turns to just a badge with a little bottle with a napkin on it.
Also the possum badge for playing dead.
That's perfect.
It has an X for one eye and then like a slightly open eye for the other.
Mm-hmm.
I do that.
Okay, so the group of you guys get together, and the other adults are tricked. So they end up going out, and they have Gerald with them. Jeremy, they're going past you with Gerald. Are you doing anything, or are you just going to wait? What's up?
I see. Where is Gerald in relation to these adults?
There's a crowd of 3 of them because he, is a very big boy. So they're having trouble dragging him bodily away. So it's 3 of them working together.
Cell phones are a thing at this time, right?
Yeah, this is like the age of the Nokias that are unbreakable.
Because I actually have a cell phone listed in my backpack.
Okay.
I'm wondering if I should just call the police.
You can.
Speaking of,
Would they believe you?
That's a good point.
I've seen these movies.
The call coming
Trust
from
no
inside
adults.
the house. Yeah. Inside the robe, if you will.
Actually, I'm going to try to set something up so one of them trips when they walk by me, so I can see if I can see who they are.
I need you to roll smarts.
Smarts? Okay.
Smarties. Ugh.
That is a 12.
You got a 12?
Yes.
Oh, we tied. Out of curiosity, what die did you roll?
D20.
Oh, okay. I thought if we both rolled D12s and got 12s, it'd be crazy. But I rolled a D12 and got a 12 too. So it's a tie, which means that you win. But so you're successful, but just barely, and it's not with style. So what is your little trap? How does it work?
What's my little trap? I'm wearing the costume, so I literally stick my leg out.
The big ass stork mascot leg you stick out.
I literally stick, and they trip over it.
Okay, they
Because
don't
they're
quite.
more worried about dragging Gerald than they are about watching where they're going.
Okay, they don't quite fall over, but like their arms pinwheel, and you see you see their legs, and you see they have leather pants on, and you notice that like you can see the edge of mime makeup under their mask.
Oh, I see.
But they end up dragging Gerald out, and so the group of you are all. I assume the group of you are going to regroup since you're all left behind.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, guys, the mimes got Gerald.
Not Gerald. We might need to save him, I guess.
They knocked him out and they're dragging him away. They were right over there is where they were dragging him. They were heading back toward the tunnel, right?
Yeah, they were going back through the tunnel.
Yeah, they were dragging him back through the tunnel.
Is this like revenge for like what he did to them?
That's what I was thinking.
I do need my rescue kidnapped person badge.
Well, I think
we're
we all
going to
do that.
Yeah. We're going to cut there, and Gerald, you wake up and you're in the back of a van with no windows, and you can hear two people talking, and one of them says, "It's not like he's going to wake up and hear us being oddly expositional." I guess you're right. So, and beyond that, we're going to sacrifice him to the lake monster anyway. So, it's not like it matters if he knows anything. And then the other one says, "Yes, but we have such complex motivations for our desire to sacrifice him to the lake monster." And I'm going, Gerald, what are you doing? You've woken up and you hear this conversation taking place.
So there's two people up front, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's one back there with me.
No, this is one of those panel vans that doesn't have like a back seat, like a construction van. So there are two of them, and then there's like the metal like grated divider, and then like there's you, and you're laying down, and they've tied up your hands and feet, and there are a bunch of toolboxes around you.
Can I use my brawn to try to break the ropes?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll.
All right. I got a 11.
Yeah, you actually managed to break the rope on your hands, but not your legs. But now you're free to untie your legs if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
that. While you're doing this, are you listening to them talk, or are you just untying yourself?
I'm just untying myself. This is taking all my concentration to get these knots in.
Okay, you just hear like snippets of their conversation, and you hear something about sacrifices and the lake monster, and We have to do this if we want the prosperity to stay. It's been too long since the last sacrifice. You don't hear the rest of the conversation, but you catch those little bits. What do you after you untie yourself, what are you gonna try to do?
Since I am reckless, and since I am a strong boy, I'm going to ram into the back door as hard as I can to try to escape this van. Not thinking
Are you
about that we're moving or anything. I'm just.
are you trying at all to be subtle about it, or are you just slamming?
Gerald doesn't know subtle. He's never met him.
Okay, I need you to roll. I need you to roll brawn.
Right? And I got another 11.
Okay. You bust the back open and you hear one of them say, "Oh my God, what was that noise?" And then the other one says, we're just low-level ineffectual cultists, so we're not going to investigate." As you roll out, the four of you who are back inside the bunker, who need to get your rescuing a kidnapped friend badge. What are you guys up to?
Maybe we should go after him, but maybe Becky should walk in front, just so like if we emerge somewhere and there's like more cultists, they see me first and I can like give you some cover. Do we know which way they went?
You can roll brains to try to figure it out.
Okay. Okay.
James knows.
He looks just like this. This is a statue that my students made of my dog because I talk about him at work.
Nice.
He looks exactly like this. I just can't.
Beagle?
That's so cool.
It is a
Right.
beagle mixed with a treeing walker coonhound, and he has that exact spot on him. It's insane.
You should show them the Halloween costume. It's so cute.
I think I put it in the land navigation thing so people at some point, but that's not for the chat to see. That's a pro level feature.
That's right.
Patreon only.
Coming in January.
Okay, you said
Becky,
brains.
Becky, it's the only thing I kind of wonder about with the idea of you leading though is I noticed that you have an insecure flaw. So
Maybe.
I mean, you kind of feel like you should lead, but also, what if you don't lead right? Like, I might be able to give you an adversity token if you wanted to step off of this clever plan of yours. I mean, after all, you'd look dumb if it failed.
Like I'd look not cool.
Are people who fail cool?
No. Look at Jody. No.
Shade. I love it.
Jody just like turns and like a single tear goes down her face.
Aw.
I was talking to God, not you. I just happened to be in character.
No, I was picturing like anime, like where they get the expression with like the one drop.
Aw.
Oh,
Like you're right about their forehead.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to give up an adversity token to do that. Is that what you're saying?
No, you can do it if you want, or you
Uh-huh.
can get another adversity token to be able to use if you need it, if you decide not to.
I would like to be insecure. That sounds way better.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the adversity token. And the rest of you, Becky started to suggest something, and then she stopped and was like, "Okay, stop me, Andrew. I don't want to play your character, but I'm picturing for her being insecure, being like, maybe I should. Roland, you always know what to do."
Yeah. No, that's so perfect. That she like defers to him, like at the cost of her own. Yeah. No, that's perfect.
Okay. I didn't mean to take over there, but like based on what you told us about the character, it felt right. So Roland, how do you react to that?
Right. Well, so we need to get our friend, and we don't know where he's exactly. How did you get us through there originally? Like, what was that about?
Like me? How did I do it?
I mean, you just walked away.
Like I have the cloak, and like they sort of have like a
Give me the cloak.
Okay. She takes off the cloak and gives it to you.
I put on the cloak.
My cloak.
Clearly, I'll be like more convincing. So I should lead here.
Who gets black-dyed cashmere cloak for Halloween? Like, this is not a costume store cloak. Like, was this girl only going to wear this nice? Like, just once? I mean, this cloak was easily $250, $300.
Yeah, no, this is like she asked her dad for like a cloak, and instead of going to like the Halloween store, he like bought one.
It's like couture.
Yeah.
Secretly, I'm just super jealous of it, and I just wanted the cloak.
It goes so well with the rhinestones because I bet a lot of the dirt's been knocked off now.
Okay, so Roland, what are you leading the party to do here?
I'm just going to head in the direction that I think they've taken Gerald, because that's the best plan that I can come up with.
Okay, I need you to roll brains, please.
Oof. Okay. Give me the dice.
They got her.
I think Taylor's having
Jody!
is having a bandwidth issue.
Oof.
Yeah.
So that will be a 3.
Okay. I know you guys aren't familiar with the difficulty chart here, but you guys keep saying 3 like it's a really bad thing, and it's actually not that bad.
I don't know, it just sounds low.
Yeah. So you guys get out of the tunnels just in time to see the back door of a van that's driving away fly open, and Gerald comes rolling out. And Roland, you notice on the van door that it has the lake monster mascot for the fisherman experience on the back of the van. You know it because your dad's stupid windbreaker has it on the back.
Right. Well, there we go. See, I did it.
Yeah, you guys see Gerald just roll out onto the pavement. Gerald, you
Hey guys, what's going on?
Nothing, we were coming to look for you.
Oh, you look cool with that cloak. That was awesome. Like, where'd you get that?
Jody,
cape?
you need to go like tag him so that you can get your badge. So you can say you did it.
Yeah, Jody, what is officially
Jody,
required for you to get the badge?
Well, they have to have been kidnapped, for sure. And then
Okay.
I have to be there when they're no longer kidnapped. And then I get the badge.
Do you have to touch him, like tag him, like Roland was suggesting? I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
If possible. And like if you can bring like the rope, the duct tape, the bloody knife, something like that, back with you to like help solving the kidnapping case for the police, you get like a bonus points for evidence collection.
He does have some rope hanging off of his wrists.
Here you go. Just drop it on her.
Thank you. It goes in one of the cargo pockets in like her cargo shorts, because she's like,
Could
this
I-
is one of the ones where you have to get like second verification for the evidence one.
Everyone except Gerald, I need to roll smarts.
You mean brain?
Yeah, sorry, brain.
7.
6.
I got a 15.
Oh, which
Okay.
it would be a 7 because I keep forgetting I have a +1.
10.
Do I? No, I do not.
Okay, Jeremy, you notice when the rope comes off that it is the special branded souvenir rope that the fisherman experience sells.
That's why it was so crappy.
Souvenir row is going to replace land navigation.
So, guys, I think that the people from the fisherman experience down on the docks are involved in this. See? And actually point to the van as it's driving away with the logo on it. See? It matches the tag on this rope.
How about, are the doors like hanging off the back of the van?
Yes.
It's just a mess. Okay.
It's a really crappy van with really crappy rope.
And you guys actually hear coming from the van as it drives away. man, do you think we should have done something to reduce our branding? And then the other one says, no, we're just low-level cultists. We don't come up with the good ideas.
Oh, I like cults. I still need my cult badge.
Is that a badge for joining a cult or discovering?
You also
There's a
get
lot of
badge for
variation in the
human
definition.
Sacrifice?
It just pages through the book, and there's like, it goes to the table of contest. It says cult badges, and then it has founding a cult, finding a cult, joining a cult, leaving a cult.
Are these sub badges?
Yes. Well, they're all the badges under the cult category.
Is this
There's
Okay.
one,
You just need to get 3 to officially have the cult category, because some of them contradict each other.
there's one of them for gaining tax exempt status.
Is this book like comically large for her?
I
Like a
actually
cartoon,
picture it looking like the grimoire from Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, like it's improbable the amount of information in there for the size of the book.
Well, the book is just cartoonishly large. Like,
Mhm.
it should not fit in your pocket, but it does.
Yeah, like she just has it, and then like the cargo pants kind of ruffle, and then it disappears. You're like, no one
Yeah,
It's
quite
like the
saw.
Junior Woodchuck guidebook from DuckTales.
It is exactly like the Junior Woodchuck guidebook from DuckTales, just with black magic.
It's a chipmunk
Right?
guidebook.
So
I feel
it's
like my costume
so
is like from like a
Junior Woodchuck guidebook.
yeah, it's like from what is it, Emperor's Groove? Like the little like Boy Scouts from that.
I've actually never watched that movie all the way.
It is amazing, and I love it.
It's the
I need
best.
theme music when I'm sneaking.
Poison. Cusco's poison.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that the was it Crunk is the ultimate himbo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a mix of Ellie from Up and Kronk.
So you guys are all standing
Andrew's my
around.
Yzma.
Aw. So what are you guys doing? By the way, I just want to address Jeremy's suggestion about calling the police. You guys could do so, but then they'll know you were out after dark.
Mm.
I don't want to deal with Sheriff Penelope again, alright?
I don't have a snitch badge. I don't want one.
So do you guys just want to head back to Coach's house, or do we want to head down to the dock and see what's going on there?
Out
Get the
of, char-
fisherman experience?
out of character, I would love us just to go back to the house, and that's the end of the adventure. But
You know, this is I know that like I've made obvious plot things, but if you guys want to go back to the house, you can. That's your choice.
damn it.
You think I didn't plan for your petty rebellion?
I just feel like there's not really much glamour in that.
Yeah.
So I think we should pursue this further.
I feel
Yeah.
like we should continue to the narrative that we're currently on. I mean,
Just
the
the 3-act structure demands that we find out where the cult is.
we need to reach the climax so we get to the conclusion.
Or like Hero's Journey is like not finished. We've like barely crossed the threshold at this point.
The denouement, to coin the phrase. Oh man, Gerald is a legend in my mind. Okay, so seriously, what are you guys doing outside of discussions of narrative structure? While your
How
units are being
far
sacrificed?
specifically is the fisherman's experience like location compared to the bunker?
The bunker is back 1 zone. The fisherman experience is 2 zones away. The coach's house is 3 zones away, or any of your individual houses are 3 zones away. The police department would be 4 zones away.
Let's follow this van. Let's find out what they're doing. Maybe we can put a stop to it and we can become heroes.
I
For
feel
one.
obligated to follow because I gave him my friendship token.
Just for one day? We could be heroes forever and ever?
Exactly.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like the sound of
Coach
that.
played that song. It was bad. I didn't like that. I like 311.
It cuts over to Coach, like changing. This is gonna make you go sterile, and he puts on some Hendrix.
Yeah, I say we go for it.
On board.
So, are you guys going to the fisherman experience? Or are we following the van? What are you guys up to?
I mean, isn't the van going to the the same direction?
Well, that's what you think they're doing, but that doesn't mean you're right.
I don't know if
These
we can
could be
like.
red
There's no
herrings.
way we could possibly tail the van. Like,
Yeah.
Well, do we
they're
all
gonna
have
drive
skates?
so much faster than us.
Yeah, you all have skates.
Is it like a dirt path or is it like?
Well, they're on
like
the road because
like a
they're a van.
road?
Yeah, the van has to be driving on a road. I mean,
Okay.
I say we have a cool montage of all of us putting on our skates and our gear, getting ready to follow the van.
Yeah.
Jody's providing the music. Like she's just quietly singing her theme music.
See, I'm picturing like a Voltron thing of you guys like sliding shoulder, elbow pads on, and then your helmets.
You
Becky
can't
does not wear a
wrist
helmet.
pads. There's an
No.
ordinance out for that.
Or like a Sailor Moon transformation sequence where you spin around.
You can't follow the rules. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Does anyone notice any of Becky's poetry that is like scratched on the walls like everywhere here?
There's actually a story that this part of the base was used as an insane asylum now.
Because of the poetry?
Yeah, because of all the crazy stuff someone wrote on the walls.
It's not the feedback she was looking for, but she'll take it.
Yeah, the line structure of this poetry is just all over the place. I mean, you know, I like E.E. Cummings, but give me a break. This is just a mess.
The weird,
I think it's like good.
The weird thing is that the rhyme structure is A.
But like, I think whoever wrote this is doing something really interesting with like iambic pentameter, which like Shakespeare used. So I don't know.
Tales from the Table Studios. Hello, welcome to the chat.
Are you sure it's not better to do to come up with your own rhyme scheme? Isn't that more original than to copy something that's already out there?
Well, like, why make up your own when you can use the best? I'm sure is what the poet would say. Like,
Come on,
like, I don't
the
know
walrus
that.
and the carpenter were walking close at hand. The beach was wide from side to side, but much too full of sand.
Well, like,
come on.
Well, Jeremy, I like your that whatever that was that you just made up. It sounds interesting, but I don't think people would like that kind of stuff. Like, really, you know.
You're
maybe keep
stupid.
practicing. Maybe keep practicing.
I just walk away.
Oh.
She's in middle school, so she has like no frame of reference.
So did middle school not make her read the complete and illustrated works of Lewis Carroll?
No, it's a public
Mine
school.
actually did.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, next year will be when Becky discovers Sylvia Plath and dyes her hair black.
It's very clearly coming.
Oh my God, the bell jar rears its ugly head.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
We're going for
We're
it, right?
following. We're going to the experience. Find the cult.
After the car.
Yeah.
Let's hold the van.
Classic.
Are you guys?
Arrow
Sorry,
formation.
Are you guys attempting stealth at all, or are you just working your way in there?
I just figured we were doing like a roller skating montage, like we're doing tricks and everything through town to get there.
Oh yeah,
I was imagining.
we're going as fast as we can.
Okay, that means I have to find out what's everybody's trick. Gerald, what's your trick?
Oh, come on, let's pick somebody else, please.
Becky, what's your trick?
Wait, what do we mean trick? I lost it for a second. Sorry, I was looking at the Shakespeare comments in the chat.
we're doing a montage of you guys going through the town.
Okay.
And you're first, so this is going to be what it looks like as you're skating on the road closest to the bunker.
Okay.
And you have to do some kind of trick to make it through. So I need you to tell me what trick you do.
Okay.
Like,
she like.
Do you guys want examples of what I'm looking for?
Would you like me to go because I have an idea for myself?
Okay, Becky, do you want to pass it to one of the other people who just volunteered, or do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can pass it. Let's go with Jeremy.
Jeremy, what are you doing? What's the first?
Well, this is what I'm imagining since I'm clumsy. the part of me in the montage skating through the town, it's like the fat video for Weird Al. The guy's into roller skates and he's trying to with the pads on and he's like being all crazy because he's really slow and trying to hold his balance. That's what mine looks like because I'm clumsy. Because I still have the stork outfit on.
I'm very aerodynamic.
Okay, so it starts out with Jeremy rollerblading out, flailing his stork wings, trying to make some good time, and he actually ends up dodging like a random cultist that tries to grab him with his weird movements. We're thinking like Scooby-Doo, like door gags, kind of what's going on here. So, Jeremy, who's next?
I would have to say Roland is next.
Okay, Roland, what trick do you do and what obstacle are you avoiding?
Hey, Elmer, can I go real fast? Because mine is going to call into these guys. I am just, everybody that wants to do tricks, I am grabbing a hold and just pushing them as hard as possible, using my strength to get them at speed. That's my trick, is I'm helping everybody by pushing them.
You're the catapult.
Yeah, I'm catapulting people.
Okay, so Roland, you go, if you allow yourself to be catapulted by Gerald, because we're all about consent on this channel. Yeah. What does it look like as you fly out, and what obstacle and trick are you doing?
If he's going to catapult me forward, so to speak, I am totally going to allow this throw jump and just turn it into like a triple sow cow, just for the flair of it.
So do you like end up jumping over like a cultist that dives for you, or are you jumping over like a pit they dug? Like what?
Let's go for a pit, just because it's super cool to leap over holes in the ground.
So basically, you see these two cultists like with shovels stick their heads out over the hole as he rotates over it. And who's going next?
I'll go next.
Okay, Jody, what's your? Are you being launched by Gerald?
Yes, of course I am.
And what's your obstacle and what's your trick look like?
Well, my trick is homemade. It's called the flying squirrel. So basically, any like ledge I can find, I want to get launched off of, and then I just like have like my arms out and my legs out, kind of like an axe, like the closest I can get to like being like parallel, and I just go like,
okay,
I'm a leaf on the wind.
The flying squirrel skin, is it made up of Nature Scout sashes?
Yes, of course it is, because like I am a flying squirrel / chipmunk, and so like the cargo shorts, the baggy t-shirt, it really gives me like that oomph I need. So anytime I have a ledge, I'm just gonna like woof, and like my cargo shorts just like poof.
So I picture a couple cultists. I picture a couple cultists chasing you, and you go flying off the ledge, and the cultists kind of just like jump, but it's kind of like, you know, Looney Tunes. They look around, realize there's no ground underneath them, and just fall while you soar to safety.
Exactly. It's just like I'm just getting launched off of things, and I'm just flying.
Okay, and Becky, you're last.
Okay, so at one point, like they're going, and there's like the sidewalk ends, and then there's like a fence that's like kind of by the side of the road, but it's like still stable enough that they can like go there. And there's like a bar, and she like crouches down like she's gonna like jump up over the bar, and then at the last second she does like the Matrix move where she like goes like down, and the bar goes like right over her, and then she like pops back up, and then she looks over to see if Roland noticed.
Roland, did you notice?
No.
Not at all.
What Becky notices that he looks really good in that cape. And it's all bedazzled in the moonlight.
And Becky was being chased by a cultist, and like he tried to jump over the pole, but he missed, and it nailed him right in the crotch.
Plastic.
And he falls over, and you guys find yourself outside of the fisherman experience, and you see that somebody has erected a giant snake statue. And it's of the like mascot for the fisherman experience. So it's like a happy snake with a little red vest on. And it has a bunch of cages like chained to it, and there are the other kids from the town are in the cages, and like you see all the cultists are around with their black capes and eyes wide shut masks on, and like one particular cultist is like standing up on a platform, and like just as you show up, he's like, "Fellow cultists, we've finally achieved our evil plan, and by sacrificing all of these kids tonight, we will guarantee another 100 years of prosperity for our wonderful community. And I would just like to thank..." And he starts thanking the cultists, like most kids captured, led the group to do the paper mache for the giant snake sculpture.
At a certain point, do they start playing the Eyes Wide Shut music to play them off the stage?
So all this is going on, and you guys see the snake statues just slowly rolling towards the water. So all of these other kids are going to be drowned. What are you doing?
First, I'd like to say hi to Blue Light. Welcome.
Hey, Blue Light.
Sorry, I took the momentum out, Elmer. I was trying to fit it. I didn't know where to fit it in.
Do we recognize the voice of the person who's talking?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Why don't you, Jeremy, go ahead and roll smarts. And this is going to be a difficult one, but if you get it, it's going to be rewarding.
17?
Okay. You hear the Eyes Wide Shut music is starting to play, and the head cultist is moving off the stage, and they stub their toe, and you hear them say, "Zoinks, that hurt." And the clue there, I think Becky got it. I don't know if anyone else did, but it's Coach.
Is there a skunk smell? Yeah.
Yes. Smells like, what is it, skunk and cookies?
Supposed to have a couple places.
And Jeremy realizes this, and then he feels a hand come down on his shoulder from behind him. What are you doing, Jeremy?
Turning around to see who it is.
Okay, you whip around and you see the Sheriff Chastity Pariah is standing there, and she looks at you and says, "You kids are causing a lot of trouble." What do you do?
I'm going to kick her between the legs in the crotch.
Oh, right.
I need you to roll fight.
Is she in a black cloak too?
No, she's in her pink lady outfit.
Huh.
Her movie inaccurate.
Did you say it was fight?
Yes.
I don't think they should rename Fight and Flight for this. They should name Fight something else. They're too close. Constantly asking which one's Fight and Flight.
Right, and I still don't understand what grit is.
Attack.
How about Scuffle?
That's a 1. That's
Okay,
a 1.
She restrains you and starts pulling you away, saying, "This isn't a place for you."
I can't stand for that. I have to get
away from the lake, or away like towards the children being pulled into the lake.
She's okay. You guys are here. You can see the kids over here, and then the lake's over here, and she's like behind you and pulling you this way.
So she's pulling me away. Okay.
This is Lake Superior, right?
Yes. Okay. So deep, dark, cold.
Well, I can't let her take Jeremy away, so I'm going to accost a cop.
Okay. Accost a cop. That sounds like a carnival ride.
Can I use a token and help him?
Yeah, Roland, what are you doing to accost her? And Gerald, how are you going to help him?
I'm going to get on all fours behind her.
Tripper?
Think you know what to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a sweet arabesque and kick her right in the chest.
Okay. I need you to roll fight.
I don't remember which dice is which. This one. Right? You're 5. Cool. That's 10. No. That's a 1.
Yeah, she owns you. So
Can I
like,
give him a token?
what are you gonna do to try to help?
Well, he's trying to like kick it. Can I like just like try to have like pushed him, like give him extra momentum?
Sure.
Like as being like a jumping off point.
Okay, so your token gives him what, +1?
+2, because I'm loyal.
Okay, so that puts you at what, a 4? Because you
I'll
rolled a
spend
1.
a token on this too.
Okay, so that puts you at 5.
Come on, everybody, give your tokens.
I don't have any tokens to give.
Except
I got
you.
one.
I have
Like
tokens.
Becky doesn't believe in helping people.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But that's what I'm such a good jumping off point is Becky's been teaching me. I mean,
Becky's been reading like The Fountainhead and Ayn Rand and thinks everybody should like.
Oh no, that thing.
oh god, no.
It hit early with
No.
her.
Fuck that.
Okay, so what happens is, okay, who all has put forth a token to help? So Becky, did you want to do something to help, or you're just letting this play out? Like, it's fine, but I just want to give you an opportunity.
Well, I used one too. I used mine.
Yeah.
Also, so.
Okay, but like we haven't assessed that like she's a problem, right? We just know she's trying to pull us away from the cultists that are murdering children, right?
Yeah, but she's an authority figure that's a jerk.
It's true, but like Becky doesn't want to disappoint her parents, so
We'd do this
Okay.
even if there weren't cultists. Like
I think Becky's gonna stay out of it to see how this plays out and then act appropriately thereupon.
Okay, so apparently Sheriff Chastity Pariah has channeled some kind of Wuxia. So Roland comes flying forward to jump kick her in the chest with his skate, and she's holding Jeremy's like collar with one hand, and when he does it, her other hand flies forward, grabs the bottom of his rollerblade, and turns it so that he falls.
Not my sweet
And
skate.
Then like as she continues to turn, she actually hits Jody with Jeremy, causing Jody to fall backwards. And then she hooks her leg underneath Gerald, brushing him out of the way as she's dragging Jeremy away. And she's like, I'm coming back for the rest of you.
oh god.
I can't believe Sheriff Peanut did this.
Be like,
So
are you
Becky,
gonna save? Sorry.
Becky, everyone else has been knocked down, and you see she's forcing Jeremy into her squad car.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't know. This seems bad. Maybe I go home. No.
That'd be hilarious. Just roll flight.
Adventure's over.
Yeah, just like this was fun. I barely knew these people.
Jody
need
wants
new-
her friendship badge back.
Yeah, new friends.
Okay. Is there a resisting arrest badge in there? We might need it here in a second.
I have a question. Does she throw me? Is she dragging me to her squad car?
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
Okay, so she's dragging Jeremy.
Yes.
And
I have
so she's dragging a stork.
And
Who I think is low-key a serial killer.
She yells at the rest of you for violating curfew.
Okay. So can God, what can I do?
Aren't you going to stop them from sacrificing the children? Aren't you supposed to protect the
Good
children?
question.
protect and serve?
Is that what Becky's saying, or what Jeremy's saying? Are you both?
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's
Jeremy.
Jeremy, roll charm.
Can I
That's
assist
a 1
in
again. So 2.
Yeah, you can assist if you want to throw an adversity token in there.
Okay, I will do that. So now I'm down to 2.
So that gives you a 4, Jan.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Jeremy. She stopped. She's like, wait, what? Cult?
Yeah, the people back there sitting the children in cages into the lake.
She looks over there and she notices it for the first time. She's like, I got so distracted by kids violating curfew, I didn't notice.
Yeah, Becky's
Yeah, they're saying they're sacrificing all those kids to the lake monster for prosperity.
And they kidnapped us and dragged us here against our will outside of curfew.
Yes.
what she said, obviously.
We got out of our
Okay,
cages.
so-
Help them.
We thought you were with them. That's why we were resisting. I mean, they were.
So
be
she actually like kung fu style goes charging into the group of cultists, and for some reason she yells for Emily as she goes in there. And a big brawl is breaking out, and you guys see Coach and Guji are still working on pushing the big lake monster paper mache with all the cages into the water. What are you guys doing?
I think Becky wants to zip over there as fast as possible and start like kicking the shit out of their shins.
So, okay, Guji is pushing the cages, and Coach is pushing the big paper mache snake. Who are you going after?
I think cages. Becky versus Guji.
Okay, I need you to roll fight.
Okay. Not flight to get over there?
Nope, it's fight.
My flight's way better. Give me 1 second. Three.
Oh.
I thought you said 3 wasn't bad. You said 3 wasn't bad.
3 is a tie, so if somebody helps you, you'll succeed.
Oh. Would anyone like to help Becky?
Jody
And
will
how
help.
would they do so?
I would help if I could.
So you get +2 because Jody's extra loyal.
Okay, 5.
Okay,
Thank
so
you, Jody.
what? So Becky is skating over there as fast as she can to attack Guji. What are you doing to help Jody? Like, I know you heard Shadow. Are you guys like doing team attack or what?
Well, she's going to attack, and I am going to do my awesome trick called the flying squirrel to distract and frighten.
Could we do
So
like? Have you seen the movie like Whip It? Where I can like launch you forward.
Yeah, I'm just...
You do, and at first Guji is defending herself from you, but then you do that, and she goes, "Oh, so majestic," and you successfully kick her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But
that's
Also, kitty.
right.
that's 1 success. So who else is doing something, and what are they doing?
Gerald's torn. He's like, oh man, on one hand, that's the coach, and he like helps me with hockey, but on the other hand, those kids dying, that would kind of suck.
You do see that Ace is in one of the cages. Just saying.
I start laughing at him. I'm just pointing and laughing. You suck. Hey, Gary. Want to be in the cage.
You suck.
You suck. I'm looking for things to throw at him.
I yell back, there's no hockey if there's no other team.
This is...
Oh.
He just stops and like, oh my god. Wow. Yeah, you need 2 teams to play hockey. I'm going to go help.
So, are you going to go fight? Are you going to try to bust Ace out of his cage? What are you doing?
I'm going to jump in the water and try to swim to the paper mache thing and take control of it.
Okay.
Because I am
you know,
reckless.
we're going to go with flight there because you're trying to go real fast and get to that paper mache snake effigy.
Flight, you say? I have a dice for that. I got 8 on that. You said 3 was good. 8 be good. 8's gonna be great.
Well, this is a post, so I had to roll Coach's flight, and apparently Coach like is thinking about Twinkies or something because like you beat him by a big enough margin, you have complete narrative control and make him look like a fool. So, tell me what this looks like.
All right, so I swim out to. Can you describe what the boat? It's like a paper mache, like longship.
Somebody took the base of like a fishing rowboat.
Okay.
And they paper mached it up with this big green snake wearing a red jacket, and its mouth is open and it has like little fangs, and it has the like mohawk of spikes you always associate with sea monsters going back, and you know, what the hell? It has a Ramones T-shirt on underneath the jacket for some reason.
So and it has the cages are on it, or no, the cages aren't on it.
The cages are tied to it.
Okay.
Like there are 2 chains coming off the boat that are going to the cages, and Coach was pushing the snake out into the water, which is pulling all the cages. But then Gucci was on the edges, pushing the individual cages into the water.
Okay, I'm gonna try to steer it to the land.
So you just float out there and like you just grab part of the boat and start paddling back the other way.
Yeah.
And apparently you are so much stronger than Coach. Like he was paddling the other way, but he's just going backwards.
This skinny hippie can't take this hotshot goaltender. So, yeah.
Okay, Jeremy and Roland, you each have something to do. What are you gonna do? Either one of you.
I am going to run over to Coach and try and like mace him with my unscented deodorant.
Excellent.
That deodorant's got a lot of use tonight. It's awesome.
So that's gonna be fight, by the way.
That is a 4.
There is not
just 4.
There is not a deodorant strong enough to stand up to that hippie pot and skunk and cookie smell. Like your deodorant is ineffective, unfortunately. And
damn Coach, generic brand.
Coach realizes that he's losing the snake, so he actually grabs Roland and is trying to drown him.
Oh shit!
It's like a dark turn. I mean, besides the cultists and the.
Okay, you guys said in the chat you wanted a little bit of scary, so Roland being drowned by
Roland, no! You're gonna get your Michelle Quad outfit all wet.
Oh man, imagine how heavy that cape is when it's wet.
Oh, weighing him down.
Oh no.
So I'm running over there to help Roland. Is what I'm doing.
So you're gonna try to save Roland?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do what I can to.
And you're gonna dive in the water in your Stark outfit.
I am.
May I make a terrible ad here?
Yes.
So I have this heavy cloak on that's now soaked in water, and I'm assuming that turns into kind of like this weird wet blanket vibe, where it's just like you can't, escape from it, and you're just swaddled in it. Roland is terrified of tight spaces. He's claustrophobic.
Oh no.
That is his fear.
Okay, so his fear is coming into play, which means when he has to roll checks, they're all stepped down by a die.
Okay.
While he's afraid, and he cannot help anyone or receive help from anyone until he's free.
Got it.
Anyway, speaking of helping Roland, what is Jeremy doing to try to help him? Are you just trying to grab him and pull him out of the water? Are you trying to attack Coach? Are you?
Yes, I'm actually jumping on Coach's back in the outfit and just flailing around and trying to hit him or doing whatever I can.
The stork wings?
Are you doing the cry?
Yes.
You mess with the stork.
Are you doing the cry?
Yes. Ah! So crazy.
Okay, I need you to roll fight. I'm going to give you a +1. Oh, man.
That is
The suspense.
3.
Okay, so I got a 1. So you succeed. You don't make a total fool of him, but you do succeed at attacking Coach. So what does that look like? Do you just try? Do you actually just said it? You jump on top of him and you're hitting him on the head, and he loses
just
his grip
flailing around with the wings on him, trying to get him to let go of Roland.
So he ends up letting go of Roland because he's trying to protect his face and head from you, and Roland is still wrapped up in the cape, so he's still in danger. He has to try to figure out how to get free. And and you know, he's still splashing around in the water, and you guys all see this. You guys see.
We help. We can't use tokens to help him, right? Because he's feared.
Nope, you're gonna have to take an action on your turn to try to do something to help him.
Okay.
As opposed to just doing an assist. You guys see Sheriff Pariah is just owning these cultists. Like this is ridiculous. Like this dumpy this dumpy ex-housewife is like Jet Li.
Like
And
Sheriff for a reason.
And you guys actually see at the moment she's beating the crap out of Biff Johnson.
I'm in the water.
Okay, so Gerald, you are about halfway out of the water, so you can roll another brawn check to continue trying to pull that out of the water, or you can change your action to go help Roland, or you could go fight Coach or Guji. What are you doing?
So I'm on land now, right? It's pulled up a little bit.
No, you're like halfway back to the land.
I'll keep doing that then.
Okay. So I guess
Miles,
Roland can just go fuck himself. Like that's what we're going with.
I thought
Jeremy's got it in hand.
I thought the rage stork was gonna help him at this turn. So I was
That is an angry stork.
So I was gonna get the people, on the beach that were.
Okay, Gerald, go ahead and roll brawn then. If you're gonna be a bad friend.
I got an 8.
Okay. You end up pulling the stork up into the onto the land, so it's much harder to push the cages out, and that's kind of where we are right now. Becky, you're fighting Guji, and she's fighting back against you. She's trying to hit you with her acoustic guitar. What are you doing?
Okay, what do I got in the backpack here? Let me look.
Does everyone have a backpack but me?
Everyone has a backpack. I figured you just had cargo shorts.
Okay. Do I have things in the cargo shorts pockets though?
Yeah, there was a section on your character sheet for backpack for you to write out all of the stuff that you regularly carry.
I completely missed it.
That's fine. This is your first time
your
playing.
Preparedness badge.
No, this is why I'm still a work in progress.
I'd like to say not only did I fill out my backpack, but I also wrote what each of the Dungeon Synth tapes are that Becky has, just so people know. Not that it's like a big deal, but one of the things I put in there was a Sobe dragon fruit empty glass that she fills with nails to scratch her. I was thinking of the era, and I was like, what existed then that I wish still existed that doesn't? But it does. Everyone remembers Sobe, the glass bottles. They were great.
God, penny saver.
Yes. No, they don't.
Core
Not
memory right there.
I have a very clear image of my head specifically of the dragon fruit juice.
It was the best one. Okay. But anyways, she has one of those, and inside
almost as good as the Snapple Elements Fire. Almost.
And she's got a stub of a pencil in there, some kind of crumpled up poetry she keeps in there, and then she's also got a couple nails that she keeps in there to scratch her poetry on the concrete walls.
Oh god.
So she's gonna yank out this bottle and then try to smash it on this lady's head.
Okay, roll fight.
Ah yes, slam poetry.
Oh,
okay, I'm calling it. Line of the night.
Yeah, Andrew, excellent. You get a +1 on this check.
I get it?
Yeah, we got the YouTube title now, too.
Oh my god. Yeah, Ludo should get that one. That was excellent.
I'm drowning. I don't need it.
That's how we'll remember you. That was your final words.
There's just a statue of him wrapped up in a blanket that has that written on the base of it.
That's the way he wanted to go. He told me. Okay. Roll. You said roll fight.
It cuts to a scene 3 weeks earlier where Roland's like, I really want to die by drowning in a blanket, and it just cuts back.
Is Roland also spinning while he's doing this somehow? Just
of
making
course.
It look good. Okay.
Okay, Becky, what are you doing?
I got a 2 for fight +1 because I'm a kid. And then how much did I get for that awesome line?
+1.
Okay, so 4.
Oh, you got a 4. So it's a tie, and she's a defender, so she wins, and I get narrative control. And what we're going to say happens is you get distracted by the awesome line that the drowning Roland shouts out, and you hit her with the bottle, but you don't manage to break it, and instead you just make her really mad, and she starts to choke you. And
little Becky, is she lifting me up like
Jody? You see Becky, your hero, is getting choked. What are you gonna do?
Okay. Well, I don't have anything because I failed on my character sheet. But
no, we know your character's a nature scout. We're going to assume you have. I'm going to just say
just
anything
write it
you
in.
suggest that makes sense. He has.
Okay. Well, my original plan before
you can't be like I take out my Girl Scout submachine gun. That's not going to fly.
Well, my original thought was before Jody was choking that I probably have waterproof matches and I could probably throw them lit into the mouth of this snake thing.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
You can do that if you want.
And I really want to do that.
Kids chained up to this?
But the chains won't burn and then it can't get pushed back out into the water.
I know, but it's a big fire.
I'm not thinking it through, but I have waterproof matches.
I mean, they're next to a lake.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have your immolate children badge yet? Because I'm worried.
No, I do have my fire in all weather conditions badge, though.
At this point, you realize Nicolas Cage is inside the paper mache snake.
I was gonna make a Wicker Man joke. Does she have her craft Wicker Man badge?
So to do it narratively, to distract her from choking, my friend Becky, I'm gonna light some of my waterproof matches and start chucking them in the mouth of the snake. That's paper mache.
Okay, we're going to.
Lights. Can I use brains?
Yes, I'll let you use brains.
Okay. We'll see. 14.
Poor Nicolas Cage.
I didn't like him anyway. I care about Becky. And kind of Gerald now. We're friends.
You got a 14. Like Googie's hands around Becky's neck loosen as she's staring at the burning snake, and she just says, "Soon, my pet, I'll feed you the world." And Roland, you're under the water. What are you doing? Besides panicking.
Debating on whether it would be worth it to save my life to cut through this majestic cloak.
No.
Just stand up. He's not choking you anymore.
Well, he's scared. He's scared because this is so he's probably not.
He is scared, but it's a really nice cloak.
It might be ruined now, though, being in this Lake Superior. I mean, it's a great lake.
Yeah, it's a lot of salt. Yeah. Is this?
I have my embroidery badge. I can fix it.
No, it's fresh.
I do have a sewing kit. I can fix it later. I'm gonna cut the cloak.
Okay, I want you to roll brains to see if you remember that.
Brains is a D8, so I need a D6.
Yep.
Because I'm panicked.
Yep.
Oh no, that's the hardest one to get out of the little coffin hole.
Really? I always thought the D4 would be tough on those.
No, because I can like pinch the tip, but the D6 is
got it.
It's flat, so that's a 4. Brains is +1, so 5.
And we can't help.
Okay. So you're struggling to get free, and you're like, if only I could cut my way out of the cloak. And then you're like, oh wait, I'll be able to fix it later. And you just cut your way free. And you make it up to the surface of the water, and you see all this chaos going down. You see the snakes on fire. You see that Jeremy just in the mascot costume just beating the crap out of Coach. Googie staring at the fire. Becky being choked, not as bad now. And Taylor just flicking matches. And Gerald actually saving people. What are you doing?
That's a lot to process. I think I'm a
Maybe
little in
just
shock.
go home. If you want to pass to Jeremy, we can, because he's the only one who
I'm a
hasn't yet.
pass just because I just had a moment. I think I need to collect myself.
Okay, Jeremy, coach is trying to get free. Are you continue? But what are you doing? Are you continue to fight him? Are you going to try?
Yes, I'm going to continue to
run
beat
away?
to beat the crap out of him until one of us is forced to stop.
Okay, roll fight.
Are you still making your Stark noises?
Yes.
Right in his ear.
That is a 3.
Okay, he actually manages to wrench you off him, and he tosses you off in the water. And he's like, I always forget you're around, you little punk. And he just you guys hear the clock, the clock in the town square start to chime midnight, and he grabs he seems to desperately grab Jeremy and forces him under the water.
What is with the drowning in this guy?
And we're going to what are you guys doing? Like, who's reacting to this first? What's happening?
Can I rip a burning piece of mache off of it and try and run at him with it?
Yeah, you'd have to go down into the water. So you're gonna try to hit him with a piece of burning snake effigy?
Yes.
I need you to roll.
Preferably one of the fangs.
I was gonna say that, or like the front of the Ramones t-shirt. But
Right, like just like rip off the fang with the tips on fire, try and stab him with it.
The flaming arm of Nicolas Cage.
Good use.
You guys okay, so roll fight.
Okay. That is not a D8, that's a D12. 1 second.
A D10 you can sometimes get away with. Is anyone trying to help her as you see her going after a coach who's trying to drown Jeremy?
Can
I
I
need 7 because I got a +1.
Oh, Ludo's.
Because I have to protect my friend. So I will. I'm in the water still, so I'm going to try and push him out back towards the dry land to hope that helps him get out of the water.
Get stabbed.
Okay, so you're trying to push him towards Jody, who's trying to hit him with the flaming log, basically.
Yes.
And are you spending an adversity token?
Yes.
Okay, Taylor, you had a 7. That puts you at 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost working. You guys see that that coach is just fighting real hard, like he looks desperate. It's not quite enough. Is anybody else doing anything to help Jody?
Do I still have the bottle in my hand?
Yeah. Do you have an adversity token left?
I have I believe I have 2.
Okay. So
can I use like both of them to like just beat him like from here, even though I'm getting choked
with the bottle?
Yeah.
You can only do one at a time. Okay, so
9.
You whip the bottle at him and hit him in the head, and Jody, that's just enough for you to succeed and get narrative control. You're going to do a little bit of damage to him, but not a lot. So can you tell me what this looks like?
Okay, is his shirt wet or is it dry?
He's soaked. Like he's been fighting in the water with like 2 kids, and he was trying to push out the snake effigy. He is. I'm sorry. Like normally I'd go along with you. I'd guess but he is so soaked.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for his face, particularly the eyes. That's what they always taught us in scout camps. It's like like someone's trying to kidnap you, you go for the eyes.
Go for the eyes, boo.
Can I slightly amend how I'm helping?
It flicks through the book to the resist kidnapping badge.
I excelled at that.
Okay, Roland, you can amend. What you doing?
Go ahead.
Instead of pushing him back, I'd like to use my once again the unscented deodorant, which I believe would be flammable.
No.
Yeah.
At his face.
Coach's face burns as hair catches on fire, and Jeffrey breaks free. And
You mean Jeremy?
Jeremy, sorry, it's messing me up. Like I wish we had changed your name, but Jeremy breaks free, and then you guys hear the clock chime the last toll for midnight, and Coach begins yelling, "No, no!" And you guys see a big snake actually comes out of the water and wraps around Coach and drags him off to his watery death.
Oh man, there
And-
goes the season.
Does the snake have a name? Like, does it like in our history?
Nobody came up with a name, so if somebody wants to come up with one now, yeah.
Hissy
Stretchy.
boy.
Scratchy.
No,
I was going to
stretchy.
call him.
Okay.
I was
Scratchy.
going to suggest Gallant.
That's better than
Okay.
stretchy. Yeah.
Well,
All
that
right.
goes
I'm gonna
along
just like
with
wave
Gallbladder
with the
Day,
flame and say
Gallant.
thanks, Gallant.
The
Like-
tail pops up out of the water and gives you the snake equivalent of a thumbs up, and then slowly goes under the water. And
What about Gucci?
Gucci, actually, that's a great question. Gucci is trying to run away. Becky, you're right there.
He's
What do
still
you-
being held.
No, she let go, and she's booking it now that the big giant snake is eating cultists for failing their sacrifice.
I can't remember. Are we on land or are we like a little bit in the water?
You guys are on land. She was
Okay.
on the shore. She hadn't. Yeah.
Can I just like leap for her legs and try to like wrap around them?
Okay. Yeah. Roll fight. This is actually the last check of the game.
Ooh.
She yelled like, for Roland.
Yeah. 2. Oh, +1. 3.
I'll give
The
I'll-
number
I'll
of the
help.
game.
I'll help. I'll throw my last adversity token in.
Does anybody else have an adversity chip left, or does Becky have one to spend?
I have one more, yeah.
Are
You
you
get
gonna
an
spend it?
adversity token
yeah.
every time you fail, right?
Yeah, we haven't been great about tracking that though. But
Cool.
If
I
Becky
did fail
spends her-
once earlier,
if
So that
Becky
would-
spends, oh sorry,
I would have one then.
are you gonna help her too then? Like, how do you do
Uh,
that?
Yeah, I'll spend an adversity token for.
Okay, after
3,
spending
4,
all of
5.
them, you guys end up beating Gucci by 1. So Becky manages to wrap her legs around her and tackles her, and Sheriff Pariah ends up arresting her. And of course, just now the parents' midnight cruise comes back, and all of your parents come out and cheer for you along with the rest of the town because you saved everybody, and the evil cult was defeated, and Semi-Charmed Kind of Life plays over the credits.
Everyone gets a friendship badge.
The
The sky was gold, it was rose.
We're going to do as the credits play, it does a little like scene for each of you about what happens after. So Gerald, what does it show for you?
Do you mean what happens like when? Like next day? Week? What period? My life? What?
Think about like at the end of the Breakfast Club.
Or at the end, I was thinking like the end of Animal House.
Yeah, where it just says like what ended up
Bye.
happening to you for the rest of the year, like how you're.
Okay. I get in the car. I get in the car with mom and dad, and we were driving home in silence. And my dad finally goes, "This is gonna be 4 hours of ice time tomorrow for this." Oh man.
Actually, can I make some suggestions about what happens next?
Yes.
Yep.
I think Becky should become the new coach of the team because Coach was eaten by a sea monster.
Okay.
I think Jody should. Oh, Jody walked away, so we'll come back to her. I think Jeremy got enough recognition for his physical skills from the rest of the team that he could either join the team or remain the team mascot. What does Jeremy want?
I think Jeremy's going to remain the mascot because he's clumsy. He's ridiculously clumsy. So I imagine in the credits him squawking around, doing the dance and like tripping over his own feet.
And then
Getting
how
back up
about
and cheering anyway?
how about Roland and Gerald help him up? So it's like, yay, friendship finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
How about we help him up and then Rowan puts the cape around him?
The patched cape. Yes.
Patch cape.
Yes.
My cape.
Yeah.
Or a serial killer.
Oh, sorry,
You wouldn't
coach.
take this from him, would you?
No. Not if you
Jody-
want him to have it.
And then it shows Jody with a new sash that's like the color for the senior scouts. And it shows that she has a whole bunch of badges on it, and it focuses in on the most badges achieved in a single evening badge.
Is like one of them a Molotov cocktail?
Yes. Yeah, there's a like it just goes down it, and there's like a flaming snake badge. There's like a choking a bitch badge. There's a most badges
Unique
in one
weapon
evening.
badge.
Unique weapon
Improvised
badge.
flamethrower.
Friends with monsters. Galleon and I are buddies.
I'm not a monster. I'm a real person.
And then it shows Roland playing in a hockey game, and like he scores a point, but he does the same like triple spin move that he had done earlier in the night when you guys were being chased by the cultists.
Yes.
And then it goes up to the stands, and like his dad's there, but like for the first time his mom's there, and she's holding up a card that says 10.0, like the Olympics. So that's my suggested end roll. Does anybody want to add anything? Oh, and then the last one shows Guji and all the other cultists like going to jail, and the sheriff there.
Except for Coach.
I think the last scene should be the lake, and like Coach's hair blobs to the surface.
Just toupee.
No, I think it should like you go across and you see it Gallbladder Bay, and then there's the fisherman experience, and it still has the lake monster as the mascot, but instead of the Ramones shirt and the red jacket, it has a Storks jersey on.
Yes.
Stork snake.
Okay. Jeremy, what did you learn tonight?
It's okay even if you are clumsy. You can still
beat the shit out of a cultist.
You can still beat the shit out of a cultist by just being fucking crazy. I guess that was my F-bomb.
Yeah. Roland, what did you learn tonight?
That you should always carry unscented deodorant with you.
It's a lifesaver, and then like he like winks at the camera. Jody, what did you learn?
The real magic is friendship.
Becky, what did you learn?
If first you don't succeed with a glass bottle bashing someone, try again.
Throw it.
Yeah.
Pop it.
Gerald, what did you learn?
I learned Lake Superior is really cold in Minnesota at night, and I got really bad hypothermia, and I was in like the critical care for like 3 weeks after this adventure, and really in the end, I didn't learn that much, but I'm glad I got that girl a badge.
And now I only have 9 toes.
I was just about to say, did Gerald lose a toe?
One each
I lost a
adventure.
pinky, but it actually made me better because I think my hands are faster now because there's less weight on them.
Amputation badge.
Jeremy, what was your favorite moment of the evening?
The crazy stork dance that I decided that I did. Yeah. That was my favorite part, the crazy stork dance.
Roland, what was your favorite part of the evening?
Can we come back to me?
Yeah. Jody, what's your favorite part?
I I liked our like movie montage moment with all of our tricks, and I got to be a flying squirrel.
Becky, what was your favorite moment of the night? Actually, Becky's kind of mean. Andrew, what was your favorite moment of the night?
I'm so sorry. Was I too in character?
I really appreciated the head movements.
I couldn't not at a certain point. I was more Becky than not Becky, if you know what I mean. But my favorite part was when we were in the park, and I really thought that you were gonna have some like mini boss that we were gonna fight, and then it was just like a fun little like movie moment where we like saw the vice versa, and it like didn't come back in ever. I love that. It made the world feel like way more real.
Awesome. Gerald or Rodney, what was your favorite moment of the night?
I like the incompetent henchman. As a Venture Brothers fan, I really appreciated them just giving away the plot.
It's okay. We can have an oddly expositional conversation.
Yes.
It's subconscious.
Was it like the exposition ninjas and
in Bastard? Yes, that was actually the inspiration for them being exposition and them pointing out their own incompetence.
I just heard like Henchman 21 and 24's voice, like, "What are you doing, guy?" I just those guys. So.
Okay, Ludo, last one. Favorite moment.
Okay, favorite moment was definitely the movie montage of us doing the chase after the car, and just all the little shenanigans that happened there. I really liked those.
Awesome. I had a great time, guys. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Any viewers that are still here, thank you so much for tuning in. Or anybody who watches this on YouTube, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. Happy Halloween.
We got to 4 people.
Feliz Dia de los Muertos.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you next time.
Rodney,
Bye.
we'll see you later.
I'm in the stream right now. Bye, everybody.